Hey, Greg, how we doing, brother?
I can't hear you. Hold on.
I know my microphone's working.
Well, I'll tell you what, we're not going to get feedback, but I'm going to put you on my big TV. I can hear you on my TV. That's good enough.
All right. Although you'll probably echo.
I'm downstairs in the office.
All right.
And, I'm trying out a laptop I got out of one of the units. Are you guys getting feedback?
I am off the TV. It's like delayed feedback.
Are you guys getting feedback?
I am off the TV.
Yeah. All right, hold on. This stupid thing. Yeah. All right, hold on.
Hi, Arlene. How we doing? I actually had that problem with a new laptop I bought. It was made from Just Think.
Of course.
It was made from Just Think, and I didn't know it, but that's the first laptop I've ever owned that did not come with a camera. All right, we're bringing another one on. There we are, Troy. How we doing? Oh, Brett, how we doing?
All right. How's it going? Can you hear me?
Hey, Brett.
I can hear you. I actually thought you were going to be Troy there for a minute, but
no, that's Brett.
I know. They do look like brothers. I actually thought you were going to be Troy there. Greg's got to find a pair of speakers because he can't hear anything.
This is pissing me off. Excuse my language, but I don't care. What I'm going to do is try to hook this laptop to the TV. So give me a minute. You guys chatter.
All right. So, Brett, what you got going on lately, brother?
What I'm going to do is try to hook this laptop to the TV. So give me a minute. You guys
Brett,
chatter.
can you hear me now?
Talk to pick up sound from your sound.
Yeah, give me those.
You gotta change it again for your.
Will those do it on here? Or can we?
You gotta connect it to here.
There we go. Brett, can you hear me now? Technical difficulty night tonight. We will figure it out.
Okay.
Okay.
Do I need to add?
Yeah.
I come down early just to try this out. And so much for coming. Well, I was trying to get the big computer
I got it.
to.
Brett, can you hear me now?
I don't have an HDMI.
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
All right. Cool. We're getting one part figured out. We got the one in the middle. He's the monkey in the middle.
Okay, I got you in my head now. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Cool. We got a monkey in the middle over there we got to wait on, but he's all right. He'll figure it out.
I'm going black, so you guys talk.
Oh, that's all right. We can hear you. You just can't hear us. So we're good. We can talk shit about you.
Well, I never.
Me either.
I'm breaking everything.
Oh, Troy, you got to do your hair first? Come on, man. We don't care what your hair looks like. Hey, if we cared about what hair looked like, I would not be wearing a hat. You know what I'm saying? Just put a hat on your head and you'll be all right. Brett knows how it works.
It's my hair.
Brett knows how it works. You don't have to be pretty.
Yeah, Arlene.
So Brett, what do you have exciting going on in your life right now? Anything?
Another year till retirement.
That's what I keep saying too. Absolutely. I was watching that video you sent from Drew, and I was laughing through it, and I was like, oh man, I got like 1 minute left. I really need to shut my phone off and pay attention to what's going on. Get my stuff set up, because otherwise I wouldn't be here either. You know, I'd still be watching Drew.
Yeah, I like watching them old ones, you know.
Well, that one was a funny one, actually.
Yeah. He dropped his camera in the road. Oh, I dropped you guys. And then he does a flashback on, I probably ought to bring my waterproof cover.
Right?
It's weird because I can't hear myself talking.
Well, that should already be in your head.
Wait, I'm going to take out one. There we go. That's better.
Okay.
You
Well, your own voice should already be in your head. You should feel that through the vibrations.
That's the other voices.
That's like a deaf person trying to talk.
So what do you got going on? When are you going to get down here?
Right now, I have some really cool stuff going on, actually. I've been working in my wood shop, which is something I've been putting off and putting off and putting off because I had an employee here who worked in my garage, in my wood shop. Great woodworker, but he left one hell of a mess. One hell of a mess. I think we're getting very closer because he's getting off the noise.
My wood shop becomes a mess without help.
He's huffing and he's puffing and he's going to blow our house now.
I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah, I finally brought in a roll-off
Sorry,
dumpster.
dude.
Brought in a roll-off dumpster. And
It's too much.
I filled it with a bunch of stuff in my garage that meant nothing to me. And then I had a friend of mine come over with his pickup truck and his son, and I said, "Look, you guys want firewood?" And they're like, "Well, yeah." And I said, "Well, bring your truck." So I loaded their truck with a whole load of firewood. It was all wood that my employee was like cleaning up for something he was going to do something with. I don't know what he was going to do with it, but I didn't want it. And as they were getting ready to leave, I was like, "When can you come back and get another load?" And they were like, "What? Get another load?" And I was like, "Yeah. I've got a whole nother load sitting in my garage." But because they haven't been back yet, I've been playing with it. I'll show you a picture here of something I made out of. I made something out of some of it, and I really like the way it turned out. This is pretty cool, actually. Let me bring it up full screen.
Oh, wow.
I'm going to be making a lot of them. I'm setting the shop up so that I can duplicate every one of those cuts numerous times without fail. And you know, it's one of those things. I like working with wood, but I also recently took my enclosed trailer with me because I got my truck back finally after over a year, and I hooked up my enclosed trailer and I went down to Lowe's, and I went there to buy what they call Pro Ply, which are Pro Panels, which is a 3/4 inch cabinet grade plywood. And I ended up coming home with hardwood maple plywood.
Maple.
Yeah, maple. That stuff is like $80 a sheet. I planned on spending $63 a sheet. I was thinking, okay, well, 6 sheets, that's like $630, right? Plus tax and whatnot. And I ended up spending over $520 on the plywood and 1 sheet of insulation to put between them so I can cut between them and not worry about cutting the one below it. I'm gonna be rebuilding my whole kitchen island. Right now, my kitchen island is the cabinets are 24 inches wide or deep, and it runs 62 inches long, I believe. And I'm going to be making it so that it's 45 inches wide countertop that's 7 feet long. So I'm going to be adding a whole lot more counters to it, or counter space to it, but also a whole lot more cabinets to it too. I'm going to put 24 inches on one side, 18 inches on the other, and then cut the top so it only has like an inch and a half overhang. And I decided, because it's going to be so big, that I'm going to actually, when you have a toe kick on a cabinet, instead of building that toe kick into each cabinet and then leveling out each cabinet, I'm gonna actually build the base and level that to the floor first, and then figure out what I want to do, because I want to put electricity in my island, and right now it doesn't have any. Hold on, let me shut my scanner off. This thing's loud.
Hey, I see you. You hear me?
It's always on, and I never listen to it.
At least you know you can.
Yeah. Well, when I hear the fire whistle go off, I normally turn it up so I can hear what's going on locally.
This stupid thing.
But
You hear
yeah,
it?
so I'm gonna be building all new cabinets and stuff for that, because I want them to be nice. And the ones that are there now, I can't reuse. The cabinets I can't reuse, but what's inside the cabinets I can.
Yeah.
Is they're like, well, they're like pot and pan cabinets, and then they have 2 drawers, one on each cabinet. And where the inside of the cabinet is actually drawers that pull out. So I'm going to rebuild those cabinets with those same pull out drawers. I'm going to reuse what they already did, because there's no sense me making them.
Yeah.
But I'm going to rebuild the whole thing, the whole system. It's going to take 6 sheets of that maple hardwood plywood to do it. So I figure with the countertop, the finishes, and everything else, I'm looking at close to $1,000 just for the island, and that's just the first part of my kitchen I'm redoing. But right now,
Habitat for Humanity restores up there, man. I go there and get stuff. Well, I haven't got it yet, but we're gonna be getting stuff from there. You can buy whole counters and things from there cheap.
yeah, we have a local one. It's a Reuse It network store. But the problem is they were selling brand new doors for a while when they first opened up, and I had my eye on a door, and then when I went back to get it, not only did they not have that door, but they didn't have any doors. They said, no, that was just a one-time deal. And I'm like, well, that one time was the time I should have just bought it, but I had my car and my truck was in the shop, so I had no way to haul the door.
Yeah.
So I didn't buy it. And then I found out I could have bought it and just left it there and gone back with somebody else's truck to pick it up, but I didn't know that.
Yeah, you could have bought it and picked it up later. Yeah, they'll hold it.
Yeah, I didn't know they would do that.
It's over an hour and a half away for us, but when we go, and that's for the smaller store, and there's one like 2 hours away that's got more stuff, and we want to go there and get a bunch of sliding glass doors and windows and stuff, and because we're going to close in this carport that we got inside, and we're going to use this old barn as material. We got an old barn that's kind of getting sideways. We may as well got a bunch of good old barn wood in it. I'm just going to use it.
Hey, I would. I'll tell you what. Yes, I can hear you. If you could take old barn wood and run it through a planer, to kind of clean it up. Oh my God, that stuff is beautiful. Beautiful. Yeah. I tried to get a local barn that they were tearing down, but what they did is they sold the barn to a reclaimer. And he bought the whole barn for like, I don't know, $400 or something like that. And it was a huge barn. He mainly wanted it for the beams, but he took everything that it had in it. Everything. He took the wiring, he took the electrical, like outlets and plugs and all that stuff, which I don't know why, because I would never reuse that stuff.
Yeah.
But he got all the barn boards, and I was like, man, those barn boards are probably worth that much money.
Oh man, there's a lot of good wood in this old barn.
There is.
Yeah, I just need to get a good planer for it.
Hey, Arlene.
I will be honest with you. If you want to go get Hold on, we got Troy coming in now. Sorry, Troy, I didn't see you there.
Better late than never.
Well,
I was
married once, so I understand completely how family does.
I was spending all my time watching Greg.
Yeah. Me breathing hard, making noises, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was our monkey in the middle.
Well, at least he wasn't a pivot man, so it's good to go.
Yeah, well,
There you go.
I'm just joking. Love you guys. I've missed seeing y'all. And
I've been doing great. I'm spending a lot of time doing things I want to do. I got my truck back, as you know.
yep.
It's not perfect. I have to save up money and take it back to the dealership now and have them flash the computer.
Right.
Because it doesn't recognize the change of motor and it doesn't recognize any of the new parts.
Yeah.
Yeah, it only should cost you like $200.
But
Yeah.
well,
Cool.
I had to take my truck back to the garage too, the day before Thanksgiving, because
Really?
the clutch, since they put the new clutch in it, I'm guessing it had like an airlock in it, so I parked it bed facing downhill. That way,
Don't catch water.
get the air bubble up to the top and stuff.
Okay.
And I cut wait, you know where y'all know where the garage is, and just that little bit of a hill.
All right.
I cut in a two 6-inch ruts to get in out of the driveway,
Right.
because the truck set for like 6 or 8 months. The front hubs were frozen.
Really?
Okay.
So I had to force it up out of there to get the wheel cylinders to try to break loose, and it's still in the garage. I'm just having my cousin redo the entire front suspension.
There you go. Yeah. It's been a while sitting there, so it's
Yeah,
gonna be all rusted up.
yeah,
I don't know. You're West Virginia. Probably won't be as rusted up as mine would in New York, but you're still in West Virginia.
that pretty much.
You
Yeah.
just
You
need a
guys
bigger
use
hammer.
more calcium. You guys use more calcium than you do salt, don't you?
Yeah, it's
Brine.
a higher calcium, but salt
It's brine.
and it's a brine sub.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Basically, it's cow urine
yeah,
and pig
Yeah.
urine. That's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
Mixed with all these chemicals.
yep.
Right.
Because we when I worked for CFD, we sold the blocks of it to the farmers,
Yeah.
Okay.
and it's the same stuff. It's just a hard form that they put on the farms.
Mm-hmm.
Up
Yeah.
here.
We used to buy that and put it out in the woods to attract the deer.
Yeah, and it works.
Yeah.
Yes, it
That
does.
is good stuff.
It is. It's awesome. It's not white. It's brown,
Yeah,
but they were attracted to it.
yeah.
Dave, you got a lot of snow up there?
No.
We had about a dusting last night, and it, for the most part, gone away.
Yeah.
It's,
Yeah, we had probably about maybe a quarter inch on top of everything.
yeah.
When I got up this morning, it was only like 28 degrees. Like, of course, right now it's down to 27. But
It's coming.
we had that dusting, and then it got up to about 29, 30 degrees. And because the air temperature is colder than the earth temperature still, it just melted away.
Well, we had dusting all day today, but as soon as you hit the ground, you couldn't tell it was even nothing even happened. So
Yeah, it's coming. Wisconsin or Illinois, Indiana,
Missouri.
yeah, and Missouri, they're all getting hit with it right now. I saw Ryan Hall just a little while ago.
yeah, I did too. Yeah, they're covered.
Yeah, they're getting nailed.
Yeah. Well,
We
Bud
won't-
Nuggets, how are you?
What now?
Brett,
He said, "How
Troy
are you?"
Jensen, how are you?
I'm good, man. I'm trying to find my no clue avatar.
Oh,
I haven't used this.
Well, that just take a picture of me, and then there you go. You have it all the time.
We'd ask Brett. We'd ask Brett if he's got any snow, but
Hey, we're supposed to have. We might have snow on Monday.
oh wow.
Yeah, actually, David Warren today was on his video was talking about he's hoping that they have snow on Christmas.
That'd be nice. That's the only day I want snow up here.
Yeah, it's the only day.
Right.
Actually, I don't even want it on that day, but I'll take it on that day because
Yeah.
some kids get brand new sleds for Christmas. It'd be nice to see them go over on the hill and slide down once before the thaws out and it's gone for the rest of the year.
Yeah, and crack their heads on the trees, just like I
Yeah.
did when I was a kid.
Exactly. That's a rite of passage.
Yep.
And
But they say January, February, March is going to be the worst for up this way.
yeah.
3 major
Well-
snowstorms.
January and February always are anyway.
Yeah. Well, last year it wasn't too bad.
No, actually, last year I think I had my driveway plowed 3 times,
Yep. Well,
Yeah.
for us here,
and it really didn't need it. It
Yeah.
really didn't need it. If I'd have had my truck and not my car, I could have just drove out of the driveway and not even had it plowed at all.
right.
You know,
Well, for us here in southern West Virginia, it's usually February and March is the worst times.
yeah, and that's when you guys get. That's when you get what 6, 10, 12 inches.
Hey, see,
I would-
I do farming.
I wish we had another 1978 snow.
Troy, I do farming.
Yeah, I see that.
This is Hey
I
from
know.
Moana.
Yep.
This is my buddy. He sits up on my shelf. When we did whatnot
cool.
for people that were first time buyers, we
Yeah.
bought this to welcome them. We
Yeah.
only did one show with it, and that was it.
I wish I had one of them to send to Amy at Leonard Mountain Homestead.
You can order them online. They're only like $10, I think.
Really?
If even that. Yeah, Amazon.
Well,
think is where
I
my
got to
wife
look
bought
that up, and actually not to send to Amy, but to send to Grumpy Faith because she is scared to death of a chicken.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. I went out to play with my chickens a little bit today. I had to. I have this like little small 1-gallon waterer that I've been using, but because the temperatures have been so cold at night, it just keeps freezing over. So I went out and I bought a really big 3-gallon waterer that plugs into an extension cord. It can never freeze. And it's really cool because you just flip it upside down, pull a rubber plug out the bottom, fill it up, put the plug back in, turn it right side up, and it's all good and ready to go.
That's
But
cool.
because my chickens were out there with frozen water for the last couple of days, and I wasn't paying attention because hey, the sun comes up on that side of my house. I figured, well, it's got to be water. No, it was ice. And so I go out there and I hook this 3-gallon one up, and I take it out and I set it down, not realizing where I set it down was just a little bit off kilter of being level. There's only one section on that where the water comes out of that 3 gallons of water. And it was facing downhill, so my feet were getting wet, and the chickens were like, "Oh, cool! You just gave us a swimming pool right next to the freaking door." I was like, "Okay, well, I'm gonna kind of move this around. I got a long extension cord, well, 25 foot, but from my house going out to the chicken coop, I could have got by with like a 12-foot extension cord. I got a lot of extra cord, and I was just like, okay, keep moving it around till you find a flat spot." And I was like, well, it is soupy enough out there where I can go out with a flat point shovel and level it out and then set it down. But if I did that, I might as well take the wheelbarrow over there and clean the whole freaking coop out because you're talking going down 3 inches of mud.
Yeah.
Hey, did you guys see I changed the name on the channel?
Yes, I did.
I have not.
Yeah.
It's life with Greg and Gina.
Yep. I figured, why would I mean, hitting the road with G&G was fine, but I don't drive no more, so why not just give it a name that, like I'm going to do a video tomorrow of me making Christmas trees out of PVC.
Oh, really?
Okay. Yep.
Yep, I'm gonna start it tomorrow. I'm gonna do it tomorrow. It won't take but a couple hours, but I'm gonna do it
Yep.
tomorrow. I'm probably gonna make 2 of them. In the one storage unit I got a couple of weeks ago, I got 7 pieces of 10-foot, 1-inch PVC, Schedule 40.
Okay.
It's a
So I'm gonna
it's a
use that
festive
to make it.
it's a festivus for the rest of us.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yep. So I'll probably put that video out either tomorrow or Monday. But
All right. Well, you guys seen the cross? I know. Probably. I know. Brunt's seen it. I'm not too sure about Greg because Greg was playing around back there. Troy, did you see that cross I made?
No.
I think
It
it's the
defies
same one that
logic.
I've seen the girl make, but I didn't see your finished project. You were supposed to send me pictures, but you never did.
All right. Well, let me pull it up again real quick here.
It defies logic.
Yeah. Yes, that's it. Yeah.
That's actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
That one's made out of maple. I've got another one pre-cut but not glued together and finished or whatever out in my
Right.
shop right now. That's black walnut, but that was the first one I did and I screwed up.
Right.
And I was like, okay, how did I screw it up? And I looked at all the shit and I was like, okay, that was an easy mistake.
Yeah.
It really was.
Yeah. I
The,
seen.
the, it's
I
supposed to be
seen
2.5 inches. It's supposed to be 2.5 inches on the top to bottom, side to side.
Right.
And somehow I cut those to 3.5 inches. Well, I'm not going to put it back on my saw and cut them off.
No,
You know what I'm
right.
saying? That's too close to the blade for my fingers. So I'm just going to remake those 4 parts of it, and I'm going to put that one together in black walnut. That'll probably be the only one I ever do in black walnut, so I'll probably keep that one for myself.
Yeah.
But that one right there was made out of maple flooring. I bought a whole pallet of maple flooring, and that was supposed to be given away as firewood, but they never came back to get it. And I come up with that design, and I'm like, I got to play with this, and that's good wood. I'm going to play with it, and I have to look for the pieces because I don't know if you guys ever look at maple flooring. It's not the same color piece per piece.
No,
So I was out there. I was out there matching pieces.
Wood.
Yep.
I was out there matching piece for piece for piece and going, okay, well, this is really cool. My problem is now is I end up with all these little tiny pieces and thin strips of wood that I can't use because it's flooring and it's tongue and groove. I have to cut the tongue off.
Right.
So that's a really narrow piece of wood. Well, that's kindling wood. If anybody has a wood stove that needs it, I do have a neighbor across the road that has a wood stove. But the rest of them little pieces, he's going to be like, what the hell am I going to do with all of these? It's all kindling, you know?
Yeah.
And it's all seasoned hardwood. Actually, it's got a kiln dried hardwood. But if you put that in your wood stove to start a fire, I feel sorry for you.
Yeah.
You're better off getting some cedar, dripping some beeswax, drip some beeswax over it, put a handful in and just light it with a lighter and let it burn like a candle to get your fire going.
Yeah.
This stuff's not going to burn like that, you know?
Maple don't like to burn. It's
Walnut loves to burn, but the problem with walnut is you'll be over there for 2 hours with a torch on that stuff to get it started.
Yeah, it's a hard wood.
It's a super hard wood,
Yeah.
and it's hard on the tools.
yeah. Yeah.
But I don't care, you know. I got it. I've been playing a lot with walnut. I've got other pictures I should show you guys of some of the walnut products that we put out of my wood shop last couple of years. It's really phenomenal, but it's hard on the tools, you know.
Yeah.
I could go out and buy a brand new $100 saw blade and burn it up in like 2 projects.
Yeah. Well, actually, the last couple of days I found a little project that I'm checking on next week. Be talking to a realtor about. It's 15.5 acres down here. There's a house on it and 4 barns, but honestly, all of that would have to be tore down completely. but where it's at along the creek, running through the middle of it, I'm still thinking about it.
Man, you
Sure.
could sell all that barn wood or do
Well,
something with it.
No, you could use that barn wood. You could use that barn wood, rebuild the house, and use that barn wood as a decoration in the house.
well, it's a hardwood floors and everything, metal roof, but everything had to be tore down and try to repurpose everything that's on the property
In the house too?
and the house too.
Is it in a flood
Well,
zone?
it was a cinder block house,
Okay.
so
That's cold. That's cold.
yes, it is.
Yeah, but
And,
you could do away. You could fix that real easy.
well,
Yeah,
I know
Yeah.
the property, and I've known it since I was a little kid. Where the house was in the lower part, and I know in my lifetime it's actually the house actually flooded twice.
yeah.
Oh,
So you want the house on the high part.
Right, but the back part and everything is up higher, and when you're going into it, there's to get into the property, you're going in between two rock faces.
oh yeah. Okay.
And the creek runs right through the middle of right through the one side of the rock face to get into it, and then it opens up into the 15 and a half acres, and it backs up to a
National Reserve.
dairy farm
Oh, okay.
on the backside. But I'm interested. It's they're asking 125,000 for it,
For how many acres?
15 and a half.
Well,
Just
it might be worth it in West Virginia. Here, I wouldn't give you that for it up here.
Well, I'm not gonna. I was waiting for next year
Oh,
before I was even thinking about buying
Yeah.
property. But I know the property where it lands, so I'm kind of interested, but I'm not sold on it. So,
how are you guys' property taxes down there?
for me, none, because being a disabled veteran, there is no property taxes.
Oh, really? That's
Yeah.
cool.
That's nice.
That's a big plus then.
Yeah.
That's a high price. That's over $8,000 an acre.
Well, it is high, but like I said, I'm not
Up here-
sold on it. I wasn't really looking at it, but it's the first place I've seen, and I'm going to offer 80 grand for it.
Yeah, I mean, if you got to tear it all down, then that would be
95.
I would even
80,
go a
80
little
would be
bit lower.
reasonable. I might even go lower.
Yeah.
Yeah, offer as low as you think. I mean, you're paying you're basically paying for the land.
Yes.
What you want to do
all
is
it
ask
is.
your
Well-
realtor what an acre of land is going for in West Virginia right now. I mean,
Right.
if it's only $5,000, okay, 15
Yeah.
acres is what? 50.
6,500.
Yeah, I
65,000.
mean,
Yeah.
But you also have to take into consideration, to put in a driveway is 10 grand, put in a well's another 10 grand or more, and then
Yeah.
to put in a septic's probably closer to 12 grand.
Well,
So you gotta add all those prices into it.
it's all who you
already
know.
there.
It's all who you know.
Yes, it is. But all that's already there. And the realtor that has it, me and her husband was in Iraq together. And we're going to get together next week and go look at it. And Tony, her husband, is going to be there. So yeah, we're going to talk and stuff. But there's nothing set in stone. It's just the first property that I'm
Well,
looking at. So
and-
that way I can get the feel of how everything works and stuff. So
Yeah, but also take into consideration that it's the seller's motivation.
yeah, and
How long has it been on the market?
it's been on the market probably about 6 to 7 years.
Okay, so they have a high motivation because they're paying taxes on something they don't want.
Yeah,
And if it's been flooded twice
yeah,
and you live in a flood area, high flood area.
That's where the house is. The back of the property.
You don't live in a flood area. Come on, Greg. We had to drive all the way up to the top of the mountain to pick his butt up.
Y'all been here.
All the town below was all flooded.
Is a prehistoric riverbed. So
Right?
All you got to do is live in a houseboat.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Actually, that would be really
The
cool.
biggest tree.
That would be good. Hey, I got enough 5-gallon water jugs sitting down in the basement that I could make that happen.
Just
I actually just got done watching HGTV's Ugliest Homes, and there was one home that they did on it yesterday morning that was really, really cool. In the kid's bedroom, the guy who owned the house built a stagecoach that was a 3-layer bunk bed system.
Yeah.
I was like, that is so cool. And the lady that does it, Lynette, I think her name is, or something like that, for Ugliest Home, she says, is that something you can take out? And she says, no, that's built in. And I'm like, that's even better.
Right.
That means the kids can climb on it all they want and it can't tip over.
Yeah.
It's attached, that's awesome. And to have a little stagecoach, just like 3 beds and a side of the room. I mean, it was big. It took up a lot of room, but the room didn't have that much room to begin with anyway. So to put 3 kids into 1 bedroom, that was an ultimate fucking plan, as far as I'm concerned, to be able to make that work.
Yeah.
or Troy, just buy yourself a tiny home.
Well, that's what I was. Well, no, actually, what I was thinking about. Buy the property, and I'm already looking at a. Well, it's a manufactured tiny home, a little bit bigger.
Yeah,
Amish made here locally to put on it and stuff. But
we're in a shed to house here because our we bought this place with a 2-story house, but it burnt, and then we just put this shed to house on the slab, and we're rebuilding. I mean, we're not really rebuilding as far as getting into debt rebuilding. We're rebuilding slowly.
yeah. Because I went to our county, the Broome County land property tax and foreclosure auction.
Yeah.
A couple Thursdays ago, and I couldn't believe how much homes are going for. Condemned homes were going for $100,000 here.
Yeah.
Condemned.
Yeah.
Greg, I'll say a half acre of land right here in Cortland County. It's landlocked, so you might have to have a little trouble getting to it. But I'll say a half acre of land for $1,500.
No.
Yeah. Well,
I
beautiful piece of land, and believe me, it's not part of the flood zone, but it's definitely a wet zone.
Yeah.
I don't think there's a wet spot on it.
Yeah. Well, Greg and David, I just sent y'all a video of the property.
All right.
Okay. I'm not gonna watch it right now, but I'll look at it later.
Of course you're not, but yeah.
I bid on
you can share it.
a 1/10 of an acre for my brother-in-law that is landlocked, but their property is part of the land that locks this piece of land. You know how much he got it for? $300. $300.
300. Wow.
A 1/10 of an acre.
Great.
A 1/10 of an acre.
His property is the one side, and the other side the people weren't giving anybody right away. And out back was my nephew's property.
Yeah.
So why not buy it? You
Right.
know? So
Well, that's what I'm hoping with where my land is. That's it's a half acre. Is that it's part of a big farm project deal, and it's actually surrounded on 3 sides by 1 farm. That farm just recently went up for sale, so I'm hoping because it is a good area because of deer hunting and whatnot. Right. Although they did put a housing project right up above it.
Mm.
That was the part that blew me away. I was like, well, wait a minute. You got kids playing in the backyard and your hunting blind is like 200 feet into the woods on your property. And here's my property sitting here vacant. but it has all the water where the deer would go and drink, and now you can find the trails, and it would be awesome for that, you know.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it's owned by right now the guy that's selling it lives in like the Bronx, New York, or something like that, or Manhattan. He's a real rich dude. He's never
Yeah.
visited the property since he bought it. It's always been a rental property, but I got my leg up on it when I bought it and I tried to get access. I found his name, I found his number, I called him. He didn't really want to talk to me, so his daughter did, and she was a POS. And
Yeah.
you're not getting access to this property. You're not doing this. You're not doing that. If you bought it and you don't know how to do that, then that's your problem. And I was like, no, actually, because you guys listed that as your primary residence,
Yeah.
and you've been saving tax dollars on this property for the last 15 years. It's now your problem. Congratulations. You can thank me for not giving me fucking access to it.
Right.
There's a tractor path that goes right to that property.
Yeah.
You don't want to let me use your tractor path? Fine.
Yep. Dave, can you bigify me real quick?
What's that?
Can you bigify me real quick?
I believe I can. I'm
Well,
not real
see,
positive how that works, but
Well, me
all right,
neither.
let's see what happens. We're gonna
I
make
don't
Troy.
know how to do this either. So
Select
Oh,
the
I
one
don't
on the
know.
bottom that shows a bigger image with smaller images, and then
All right, well, I made all four of us bigger, so we took away the chat. And can I make Troy even bigger? Nope, I brought him right back. I don't know how that would work, Troy.
There
can
should be
you
little
tap
selections on the
tap
bottom.
on my screen? My screen.
I did. It says edit name and headline, edit your mic settings, kick from studio and ban from studio.
Troy, on your screen, do you see that little square box in the corner, right corner?
Right corner.
Oh, solo layout.
There you go.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, okay.
You're big now, but don't stay that way.
Yeah, I was just watching it. That's the house,
Yes. And the farm.
and the property goes 15 acres back.
Yes. And
Wait.
right on the creek side and everything, and it's all rock face behind it. And you're getting ready to see the rock face on the other side. But it's a big cleanup, and of course,
That looks like it's got a lot of potential, man.
It does.
yeah, it's. And of course, that's my nephew, but
Okay, I was wondering who that was, but all right. I thought you
Yeah.
were stealing somebody else's video.
no, that was actually my nephew. And the day before yesterday, his first time I got to see him and spend time with him in 8 years.
Wow.
Right
His
on.
sister got me out, and we spent Thanksgiving together with them and my grandnephews and stuff. So
So Troy, how deep does the water go in the house when it floods?
well, the 2 times since I've been alive, it's came up. It's probably up from where the ground is. It's probably came up about a foot.
Oh, that's not too bad.
No, it's not. But you got to plan for it.
Yeah. I'll
Yeah,
just
but
put
you
a
could-
retaining wall around it.
Yeah.
no.
Well,
just
that
for-
would be
just-
a long retaining wall. It's
No, I'm
about
saying
15 acres worth of
you-
retaining
No,
wall.
just
Wall around the house.
Yeah.
no. I would just tear down the house
Yeah.
and then put in a platform house. You know what I'm saying? Like they build in Louisiana by the bayou,
Well,
except for
well,
they go up
actually-
60 feet. You
Actually,
only
I
need to
thought-
go up like a foot.
Actually, I thought about tearing down all that right there along the road
Yeah.
and back in the back field back there where it's actually higher,
Yeah.
build everything on back there in that
Yeah.
section. And
And just where the house is, put in a driveway.
yes.
Yeah, and then build the driveway.
Another option would be managing the water.
You don't want to play a drifter dreamer
Yeah.
down. Yeah, I
And,
don't know.
and actually, I have a really good friend that is actually willing to help me finance
Oh, that's good.
Really?
a lot of it, and he knows. And actually, we actually built it because for it to be mine and the family to where actually my grandnephews, there's enough property there to build them a little place
Yeah.
and him a little place back here in the back corner.
So you'd be doing like White Rock. Bring the whole
Yeah,
family in.
yeah,
Or
kind of,
even
yeah,
Des.
yeah,
Des is
That's
doing
cool.
that.
yeah,
Build a
Well, actually-
compound.
yeah. Actually, kind of like what that video I sent y'all today.
Well, the one you sent me today was Troy. Or no, Drew.
No, that was Purple Nurse 1.
Huh?
I sent you Drew.
Okay, no, Brett
Yeah.
sent me Drew. Okay, I haven't seen that yet,
Yeah.
Troy.
I sent y'all Purple Nurse 1. That
Oh no, I did. Yeah, I did see
Yeah.
that one. From Rochester.
Yeah, the damn Yankee that come down here and ruining.
Yeah.
West
Well,
Virginia.
that damn Yankee is about 5 hours from me.
Yeah, he's a good guy, though. He really is. I've talked to him.
I haven't
is.
watched him in a long time, but I seen him a couple weeks back, I think.
Yeah, he's only 45 minutes away from me now. So
And
Now, is
he's
he staying in Rochester and there?
no, he's staying here. Rochester was his original
Home
homestead.
base.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then he bought land down here, like all the other damn Yankees.
Yeah, well, you know, hey, us damn Yankees, I was looking at West Virginia before I even found Arkansas.
Yeah.
I
Seriously.
never understood it. Look, I was born in California, and I get called a damn Yankee. I didn't think California had anything to do with that.
Well, California's like Florida. Y'all don't know who y'all are.
Well, my dad is from Detroit, but my mother's from San Diego, so
Yeah.
it was a
most of
little
the
different.
people from California are transplants, and 90% of the people in Florida are transplants.
Yes.
I spent more than 2/3 of my life in Florida and in the Southeast in general,
Right.
Georgia, Mississippi, and Florida, and now I'm in Arkansas.
Right.
And I ain't never going back out west. Maybe to visit, to look at the mountains, and that's about it.
Well,
I won't even do that.
Yeah. Well, see, y'all just need to come to my compound in West Virginia whenever it gets situated.
I thought you were good. Lauren was trying to get
I
you
watched him,
Trying to get rid of the damn Yankees. Now he's inviting us all there.
Well, that's because I can regulate y'all under the barrel of a pew.
I'm not sure I
No,
want regulated under the barrel of a pew pew.
Well,
in New York, I can regulate it under the barrel of the pew pew too. I just have to have a friend with a backhoe.
yeah. I can take care of that.
Yeah, you watch that channel, Narrowway Homestead, Nate Petrowski guy that's there in West Virginia.
Yeah. He's
I
on.
kind of like him.
I do too. He's on the western side, Ohio side,
BG.
Yeah,
and I'm in the southeast section of West Virginia.
and he's got that kid
this
staying
is-
with him again.
Yeah. I'm at the area I live in, this county and a couple counties going up north. It's all agricultural.
Y'all backwoods. We're
Yeah.
pretty freaking backwoods here too. We're in the middle of the Ouachita National Forest, Arkansas River Valley.
Yeah.
Oh,
We're an hour and a half from anything.
Yeah.
In
well,
any
see, that's the
direction.
problem. For me, that's the problem. I have to have access to the local post office.
Well,
we
there's a
got
post
one
office
here.
right down the road.
Okay,
We've got little postal stations along the country highway.
okay. I just have to have access to a post office, like right here in my town.
You'll
I go
probably
like a
overwhelm the
mile.
post
I go a
office.
mile and a quarter.
The post office is
Oh,
gonna
wow.
hate you.
Yeah.
Damn, what is this? 200,000 seed packets.
Yeah. Well, actually, if you know where Virginia Tech in Blacksburg, Virginia is, I'm right across the state line. I'm halfway between Blacksburg, Virginia, and Bluefield, West Virginia, in the bottom corner, right on the state line. I can throw a rock in my backyard and it'll land in Virginia.
No, you can't. I've seen your backyard. You can't throw that far.
Yeah,
I was gonna say that.
yeah, there's a fuck. Oh, I'm sorry. There's a
Oh,
freaking
you
mountain
can
back there.
Look,
So,
let's
yeah,
finish
I can't
over.
get over that mountain, but it's on the other side of that little hill.
Troy, we're all adults. It doesn't matter. You can say whatever you want.
What?
I've already done it a couple times, so you don't have to be comfortable about it. Brett knows that. I told him that.
uncomfortable.
Yeah, well, we had one night where Brett, Tasha Dauber, and I were on for 4.5 hours. You think we cared about who was saying what, doing what, or anything else? Like, no.
Well, you know,
Actually, Brett's wife had to wake him up and tell him shut the damn camera off.
I try to be respectable. It never works for me.
I tried to. But I even slip up around my 90-year-old mom. Of course, she should be used to it. I lived with her and my dad, most of my life.
Yeah.
So it was like my dad was a fishing guy. He'd come home and he'd have some of the dirtiest jokes you'd ever heard in your life. And she'd be like, I can't believe you just said that in front of our kids. And I was like, I can't believe you think that's a bad thing to hear.
Go to the public school.
After spending right at 20 years in the military, it's just I can't
It's
change
natural.
it now.
Yeah, it's natural.
Well, saying that, I got to offer out prayers to my fellow sister, West Virginia National Guardsman, and the brother who is
Troy, how's he doing? Have
not
you heard?
good.
I know
Not good.
the last I knew he got out of surgery yesterday, I think it was.
Yeah, but that is my old unit.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so
I mean,
it's hitting kind of hard for me.
yeah. I mean, you got to blame what went on the last 4 years or even more.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, they've let so many, and the thing is, everybody thinks it's Mexicans.
No,
It's
no,
not.
it's
Oh.
not.
It's all these freaking.
Well, it
excuse
is
my
Mexicans. It
Arabs.
is Mexicans. It is Mexicans that are our problem, but they're not our biggest worry.
No.
They're gangs. They stay in their area. The ones that came over from that, I call it the AWOL program, from Afghan, those are the ones that we should be fearing because they didn't come over here with peaceful intentions.
Well,
And I just heard a new one today down in Texas where they got this guy where he was building a bomb in his car.
yes, yeah.
But let
And-
me tell you,
And
it's,
he went online and bragged about it.
Yeah. And his own friends on TikTok were talking to him live while he was doing it, telling him, you're stupid. Where do you live? Like, give me your address. And he actually did give him the address, and the FBI went over and arrested him immediately. But that's what needs to happen,
Well, see, we brought back all of our interpreters and everything that we hired over there and paid.
yeah, I know.
We brought them back, and every one of them ended up in prison within the first year.
Yeah.
They was in here
Yeah.
in the States.
And then they're brought back all the ones that they say, well, they helped the CIA do this or do that.
Yeah.
Those are our new problem.
No,
They came in under the radar.
our problem is the CIA.
Yes.
That's
Absolutely.
where our problem lies, is the CIA. I'm sorry.
Yep.
You know,
Yeah.
I respect the the government, but our problem is the CIA. That's where that's what in my opinion, that's the deep state right
Yeah.
there.
And that's what killed JFK Jr.
Yep.
or JFK.
Yep.
Yeah.
And Martin Luther King Jr.
Supposedly.
No. I know it wasn't Lee Oswald.
No, it was somebody else.
Lee Oswald couldn't hit the side of a barn.
How many rounds did they find at the site where they said Oswald shot from?
Yeah.
Yeah. More that could be fired from one rifle.
Right. So you tell me. He was the scapegoat for the CIA, in my opinion.
Yep.
And the same thing for Martin Luther King Jr.'s death. It was the CIA that
Theoretically, we cannot say that. That is just opinionates.
Hey, short-handed Homestead. How we doing, Melvin, Donnie?
I'm not afraid to say this.
Hey, Melvin Dunny.
I have every right to say that.
What?
I
What?
understand proven facts or fact check or whatever, but come on. Why did you wait so long to bring out all the files, the sealed files? Why did they have to take Trump and the DOJ now? And what was her name? That Kelsey lady to release?
Why are they refusing to even now put out all the facts, even though Trump said put
Requested
it
it.
out?
Yeah.
Because
They can't. They can't. They destroyed most of it.
yeah, that's right. During the Biden era, and you know who was behind it, in my opinion? Obama.
CIA. Well, Obama,
and the
yeah.
CIA.
Well,
Because-
Obama is part of the deep state.
Yeah, the CIA
I
is the deep
I
state.
will even go back and say Bush Senior.
I would actually go back to George W. Bush or
Yeah.
H.W. Bush, the younger one,
The son.
because he was a problem. Oh, it's a weapon of mass destruction. Let's get into a war.
But
They didn't find any. Now
that
we're finding them in the United States.
that was
okay, it depends on your opinions of people's
What a
opinions
weapon of mass
weapons
destruction is.
destruction.
Yeah,
right. It doesn't
it could
have
be
to
a
be a nuclear.
fucking dynamite.
I like that.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be a.
Right, I could have printed that
nuclear
for you,
weapon of
but you
mass
paid somebody to do it.
Yeah. But I tell you what, of all the 5-ton trucks that we filled full of shoulder launch missiles filled full of salmonella gas.
Salmonella.
Yeah.
Or no, sarin.
Sarin gas. Wouldn't that be a weapon of mass destruction since
Yeah.
it kills so many people? Well,
Yep.
Well, the part with the Bush administration that got me the worst was they said, well, they put it all in trucks and they moved it. Now we can't find it. Well, no, I'm sorry. You can load everything you got inside of a lab into a truck and move the truck, but you can't move the lab.
well, you know, in 2004, during the second Gulf War,
Yep.
we were still finding buried
I think Brett hit the wall.
the
Brett's playing with the backgrounds. Oh, there's the Peter background.
yeah, but we were still uncovering bunkers from the first Gulf War. When we found them by the air tubes that was sticking out of the ground with big mountains, and we
Right.
we found them,
Obliterated them.
but we don't know what was in them because we had to back out and give the coordinates to somebody else to come in white suits to dig it out.
They didn't dig it out. They blew it up.
My
It
buddy,
was bunker busters.
my buddy
A
Mark
lot of
said
that was bunker
they would
busters.
dig him up because he was in the second Gulf War,
Yeah.
and then he was in yeah, the second Gulf War, and he said they would dig him up.
Mm-hmm.
And he was in the Marine area. Excuse me, he was in the Air Force. But
Yeah.
once it got cleared, they were the ones to clear it.
Yeah.
I mean, from what he told me, I don't know. I wasn't in the military, you know.
Right.
I wish I could have been, but they wouldn't let me. But anyway,
Yeah.
because after 9/11, I told my first wife, I'm like, I'm out of here. I'm going to sign up and, you know, go. And
Yeah.
they wouldn't let me.
What?
Actually, by the
When I-
time of 9/11, I was getting close to my ETS time, which is estimated time of removal.
Yeah.
And when they started Operation Desert Freedom, the first one,
Yeah.
Right.
I was told, hey, be ready, get your bags ready to go. And I had them, and I was like, all right, I'm ready to go. And it was like probably not even 2 weeks into it. The head commander came down. He says, Mr. Moffett, you're too close to being your ETS date. We are not going to let you leave.
Yeah.
And then when Operation Desert Storm started, I was like, can I re-up? And they said, absolutely not.
Yeah. I was
Absolutely
in there then. I was in a different branch of service at that time. And
See, I was in the Army. And the Army was very picky. Very picky.
yeah.
They still are.
I played hard with the Army because when they told me, well, you know, you can re-up, but you have to do the same MOS, I was like, no, I'll re-up, but I want a different MOS.
Yeah.
I actually wanted to go to postal school. I wanted to go to Fort Hood, Kentucky, because that's a hell of a school, you know.
Yeah.
And when you get out, you can be a postmaster in any town in the USA. And I was like, well, that would be great. I want that. And they said, no, your unit never needed a postal unit. I worked postal in my unit because we were always constantly going out to Fort Leonard, Missouri, and taking over the base because they were being shipped out first.
Yeah.
And they had to have somebody there to run postal, so I always ran postal.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, I want to be in the postal unit. I think this would be awesome.
Yep.
And they wouldn't let me. They wouldn't let me
in the woods.
Fort Lost in the Woods. I'll tell you what, I had a great time there. Lake of the Ozarks was probably the best place to be and the worst place to be all at the same time. Brett,
That's your
taking up
best,
your hair.
that's your best one
Make
there,
my hair
though.
look all poofy.
That was funny. Brett just Brett's hair just grew 4 inches tall while we're on alive.
Yeah.
Brett, my barber's name is Debbie Sweet. Let me introduce you to her. She does wonderful. Like I almost look like Greg now.
Almost.
And it was long before.
I'm Beavis and Butthead.
I'll scare all of y'all. When you got to deal with all this stuff,
Hey, it's Cousin It.
yeah,
That's why Troy had to do his hair before he could come on live.
yeah.
Hey,
Hey, you know what? You should do that more often, Troy. It's actually not a bad look. You actually kind of look like Einstein.
That's what I was just gonna say.
But
That's all right. Just put your hat back on. You don't need the ponytail.
that's what, yeah.
Don't take it off again.
That's what I keep getting told. My family tells me that all the time. So it's,
I'm jealous. I can't let mine grow like that because it drives me freaking nuts.
you know, the thing about it was my hair was what kind of, it was a blackish brown, really dark. And the tour I did in Iraq in 2002, within 2 months, my hair turned to this. And everybody in my unit turned. I was lucky because a lot of them, they just got the round blotches, gray blotches all over their head.
Right? I actually knew a guy that was 16 years old, and his hair was pure salt and pepper.
Yeah. We had
And
one
he
few of
could
those.
he could walk into any bar and never be ID'd. And I'd walk in with him, older than he is, and I'd get ID'd every time. Although I will say this, he's also a veteran. I don't know what part of the military he served in or whatever. I'm gonna guess he was probably like a salesman, so he's probably a recruiter.
Yeah.
But he was totally salt and pepper at 16 years old,
Yeah.
and he could walk into any bar and get served and never be ID'd.
Well, back when I
He
was
Never
couldn't grow the
blamed
beard.
me for-
He couldn't grow the beard or any of
Never
that stuff. He just had the silver hair,
Yeah.
and he always wore it short. He was a good salesman, so I'm gonna guess he was probably a recruiter when he was in. But he was ex-military.
Well, back when I was back in the 90s and stuff, I was actually I was in the Navy, but I drove small boats and stuff like that. There was 175 guys, Navy personnel on my ship, and 300 Marine Force Recon, and we was there in Iraq, and we was there during Somalia. We were actually the last ship to pull out of Somalia because we actually pulled rear support guard for the evacuation of all the U.S. troops and stuff, and then we left there, and we were back in the States for 14 days, and got recalled back out to go to Haiti back during the Haitian conflict.
All right.
And
Back when Hillary Clinton got rich.
yeah, right. And left there, and then we went straight to Bosnia and Croatia and all that stuff. And so then back in the late 90s, I decided to get out of the military. I said, well, I'll just go join the National Guard. They never go anywhere.
Yeah, they
A year
do.
later, wrong.
Yeah.
And I'd done 4 more tours in Iraq. And actually, the last tour I did was with the South Carolina National Guard. Was my 8th tour in Iraq.
Yeah. It's kind of ironic. People don't understand how that works. The National Guard is at the president's beck and call. And if the president says, I want you to go to this town and support our FBI or our other police officers or whatever, then that's all cool. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But if he says, no, I need you to be over here in this other country because we've got a war
I like it,
going on.
Brett.
I look like Chucky.
Or
Right.
no, actually, Brett, what it is a Trump starter kit.
Yeah. The funny part about it is every once in a while when he gets in the right position, he's got like a tree growing out of his head.
Yeah.
And then his hair starts looking like Troy's.
Yeah. It just goes.
No, but the National Guard has the option of not just being for the state that they're out of, but also for the country. And a lot of people don't understand that.
Well,
The reserves are a different situation. The reserves, depending on your unit, you're either stateside or you're never stateside.
right.
My unit was always stateside, so I got to play at Fort Leonard, Missouri. I got to play at a couple different places
Well,
because
see,
I was headquarters and headquarters command, so I always had to stay local and take care of whatever needed to be done at the bases of the ones that did get shipped out.
well, see,
and-
that's what a lot of people don't understand. These kids that's up there in D.C. and other places like that, the order goes out. They are there 100% voluntarily.
They are.
They're not. It's not an order comes down. You have to go. National Guard, you can deny. You don't. Well,
Yeah.
You can say, "What?
Until-
no, I don't want to do that."
Until they get on the bus.
Right.
Once they get on the bus, they are committed. They can't deny anymore.
Right. They are on Title 10 orders, which is active duty status. But whenever they get the phone call and they call them up, say, "Hey, we got this mission going on here," which is the exact same thing as any other flood duty or hurricane duty or anywhere else. It's, do you want to go? And you say yes or no, and you're not. If you
You're not
say
obligated.
no, you're not.
You're not obligated.
You're
If
not.
you say no,
obligated.
you're not obligated to make. You don't have to do it.
That,
But
so
if you get on the bus, you are now obligated.
you are now the. So this girl and the guy and all them other kids that's up there, and I'll call them kids because I'm old enough to call them kids. They basically volunteered for a second time.
Yep.
And I commend them for it 100%.
She was only 20 years old, right?
She was 20 years old.
It's like when 9/11 happened.
Yeah.
A friend of mine was a recruiter right here in my own hometown, and he was with the National Guard, but he was an Army recruiter. He wasn't just a National Guard recruiter; he was an Army recruiter. And when they put the call out to go to New York City to secure the area,
right,
he said, "Yes, I want to go." And there was probably 600 of them from just Fort. What's the one up there?
Fort Drum.
Fort Drum. There was like 600 from Fort Drum that said, "Absolutely, yes, we want to go." And he dropped in with them and said, "Yeah, I'm a recruiter, but I don't care. Yeah, you want me to go down and help secure an area? I'm game. Let's go."
Right.
And they all loaded up and they went down.
Yeah.
Now, in that case, you didn't have to get on the bus. You could go down in a POV, your personally owned vehicle. But once you made that commitment, you are committed to be there for the full term. You couldn't just say, "No, never mind. I changed my mind," because once you change your mind, now you're either able or you're failing to obey a legal order.
Well, it's not from the start to the end. Whenever you do that, it is for a certain amount of time.
Yeah.
You do it.
Yeah.
It's like 3 month stints.
Yep. I was going to say, for him, it was like 3 months down to New York City. And by that time, they had 90% of it cleaned up, and he didn't need to be there anymore anyway. But I'll be honest with you, they met up with some pretty weird people while they were down there because, all these buildings were falling down, and inside those buildings was all this major equipment and stuff and files and everything else. So when the trade tower came down, it wasn't just your Joe Blow going, "Hey, I just want to go over there and see if I can look into the pile." No, you weren't allowed to go near that pile.
Right.
Because inside that pile, there was some pretty secretive shit going on.
Yes.
It could be a business's trade secret, or it could be a country. It could be a country's
body part.
Well, when I
bodies too, yeah.
Well, when I got back from Iraq and stuff, and I forget what year it was, but actually, I worked for a company. We actually imploded a nuclear cooling tower down in South Carolina at the Savannah River site, K Cooling Tower.
Yep.
And
I remember
that. The actual trucks that the contractors we used was out of New York, and they were the exact same trucks that hauled all the rubble out from the World Trade Center and stuff. And
they actually were taking that stuff and moving it around to different areas to create little miniature areas. They tried to do it here in Cortland and it didn't go over.
Right.
They brought in a couple items all together and it didn't go over. Nobody wanted it.
Well, the thing about it is, whenever they was loading all the rubble and everything up in them trucks, they would take them to a certain place and would drop them off, and it run through conveyor belts with people lined the conveyor belts, and they sifted through each little piece.
Yeah, they had to.
To try to pull out the body part.
The bone fragments, anything they could find. They had to.
And did you know every one of those drivers were armed and had orders not to stop for anybody.
Yeah,
Yep.
I know a couple of guys who drove truck out of there,
right.
and
Uh,
they said if anybody got in their way, they just ran them over.
Right, and they were escorted.
Yeah.
They the I think
New York State Police.
yeah, the company name was Marv McGee Marfuku or something like that. There were some shady dealings with that company. They were mafia type.
It was all
Oh, yeah.
Teamsters. It was
Yeah.
all Teamsters. Every one of them were Teamsters.
Yes.
I feel like Christopher Walken.
Well, you,
Well, something else during that time that people don't understand, though, is Donald Trump wasn't even president, and when that happened, he reached out to his employees and said, "Hey, we need to go over there and we need to assist,"
yeah.
and they did. I mean, there was no pretense or nothing. They just said, "Okay, yeah, let's go," and they all suited up and they went over there. They had their bright vests on in their head. They had their white Trump hats on, and they went over there and they helped all the time as the rest of the people were there cleaning up the mess, just to be there to be able to say, "Hey, we're showing solidarity." Did they actually do work? Yes, they did. They did a lot of actual work. You know,
Yeah.
when it came time to start
They
searching for
done a
they
lot of
were actually the first
nasty
ones that
stuff.
started moving some of the big rocks and stuff because they had the equipment there and they had the people there.
Right.
And people don't understand that. That was Trump in his younger days.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, you can't say this guy hates our country. I don't care.
No.
I'm trying to grow Trump hair.
You're doing good.
Brett looks like he's snorting something over there.
I'm going to try something. I think down in my little corner down there in the very bottom left, if I hit on the three little circles, would that allow me to? How can I go into like the private chat?
You got to go up. You got to click on somebody's name first. Let me see if I can do it, Troy. Let me see if I can do it. I think you got to. Are you on StreamYard?
Yeah. Whatever
All right,
your
no,
thing is there.
no, you can't do it there.
Actually,
I
you have,
can anyway.
you have to go over where it says join chat. You got to sign in through that.
Oh! I see the thing up there that says private chat.
Yep. You click on that.
Okay.
Yeah.
And there's
then you go in
there.
All right. I don't know how you can do it.
This is either going to work or it's not going to work.
Me as the guy that's in here is the
it's not letting me see the private chat. I think you have to have us as admins or something for the private chat.
Well,
no, you shouldn't. Private chat is between the four people in the studio.
Yeah, it ain't working for me. It shows four people.
3 squares isn't it for me.
Oh, it's because I didn't get anything. Oh, we got to do it.
You guys get a chat from me saying hi?
Yeah, there you go.
There you go. That's how you do it.
I did CCC.
How'd you do it?
Yeah. It worked.
In your chat box where it says private chat.
Yeah, you chat down at the bottom.
You click that.
Yeah.
And then you start typing. On my screen is the bottom.
As a host, I don't have that option. Oh wait, maybe I do.
I think I
got private chat.
It says 4 people in there.
No, I don't have my option for that.
No, on the right where your chat is, there's a private chat tab and there's a comments tab.
Right. Yeah.
Private chat tab.
Not on mine. Mine just says comments.
Oh, that's weird.
Comments and start.
You're the one hosting it. You should be able to see it.
Yeah, well, I should be able to, but there we go. It's a private chat. Yeah, down on the bottom corner.
Oh,
all right. I see a private chat for Greg and Brett. I don't see it for Troy.
So it might be just different.
I don't know.
Your OS.
I don't want a private chat with anybody anyway, because that's the purpose of doing
Me
live.
neither.
Yeah.
I don't want a private dance.
So if you guys follow my channel, you might see some of the music I put out. Did you guys see that last one I put out called From Band-Aids to Bubble Wrap?
I don't
Yes.
follow your channel.
Yeah.
That thing is really starting to like hit like it's not going to go viral by any means, but it's starting to hit. It's starting to hit really good. And I was like, that was just based on the comment that I made on the song prior to that, where I said, well, this is the problem with the country going from Band-Aids to bubble wrap. And the Band-Aids to bubble wrap stuck in my head, and I had to go back in and I had to write that one. And then just and spit that one out. And I was like, that came out so freaking good.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite ones now. It's almost as good as the one I did for Gary, When Your Dreams Change. That one should go viral.
Right.
That
Well,
one
I just
phenomenal.
tried it, and that was for Brett. That way, he can contact me.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
What now?
I just tried to do. I tried the
I
message.
appreciate it.
Yeah.
Now I got to send myself an email and a text.
So, bro,
I can't do any of that shit. That's why I got nephews.
Right.
what happened to Mitch?
What is here?
Well, why isn't he on here?
Because he lives in a separate compound dwelling. He has his bus back here.
Yeah, but that's how you
Alright.
said you were going to be you and Mitch together, and now you got just you and no Mitch.
Well, excuse me. I mean, I just don't want to bug him because his wife's sick, and he's
Okay.
over there kind of. She's got a bad cold. She skipped work today, and they ain't been outside all day, so I figured they're just kind of chilling because she's sick.
It's,
So I
Right.
didn't want to bug him. I did
It's
text him
everybody.
earlier. I did text him earlier, and he just said, "No, I better pass." So
I'm going to play a Brett and step out for just a little bit.
I'm telling you,
guys. I'll be
that's a
right back.
good dude. That's what I was talking about with Troy's land there. Man, he could. This guy, he bought 40 acres across the mountain here.
Yeah.
And he remade all the waterways go different ways, and he's got artesian wells on there.
Yeah.
You could direct the water around that place, probably.
Yeah.
You can. And my biggest thing is now I got 3 grandnephews going through bad situations with their families and everything like that. And I'm wanting to build a place which would be and build each one of them a little
A
tiny
place where
house.
people can go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Each one of them, and because they're all 3 just teenagers now. So
Man, what a bad time to be a teenager.
yeah, no kidding. And especially with what they're going through with their parents and stuff. So
Yeah, I don't know. I came from a divorced family, messed up family, grew up in East LA. I mean, I still knew my dad, still knew my mother and all that, and they're both cool.
yeah.
It's hard being a teenager, and man, I can't imagine being a teenager today.
Right. But I love them boys, and they are so good to me, and they're actually good kids considering where they're coming from. And
Yeah, I'm surprised at how well my boys are doing.
well, actually, a matter of fact, the oldest one, Greg and David knows Silas.
Yeah, that's a cool name, Silas.
Yeah. His mom actually called me the other day, and she's wanting him to move in with me, and I've been trying to get him to move in with me too.
Right on.
Because she said he needs a good role model, and Uncle Troy will put a boot up his ass faster than anybody else will, and so
Although we all have to be holding himself up with the cane while he swings his foot.
Yeah. Well, that cane comes in handy because his brother, which is 2 years older, was out here in the garage. Me, him, and his daddy was talking, and I said something about the neighbors, and I said, keep your voices down. And he started talking and said, "You mean them people over there? They're the one you're talking about?" And that cane came in handy when I popped him right between the nuts and put him to his knees. And his daddy said, "That's why you don't talk up big around your Uncle Troy."
Yeah, I want to try something. I want to see you guys recognize this. Watch. I need more cowbell. I need more cowbell.
Yeah. Oh, that was my favorite Saturday night skit.
My favorite one is I'm a botanist and plants scare me because they don't have faces.
Yeah.
So I put googly eyes on the plants. I like to put googly eyes on things.
Yeah.
I try not to play too much with the googly eyes, but I have seen some really cool puppets made out of socks, and they put the googly eyes on them, and those are cool.
Yeah, simple.
You can't buy those socks anymore, so anybody that's making those puppets now with the pink lips and the googly eyes, they're like a sock puppet. Those things are cool. You can't buy those socks anymore, so that's really cool.
Are you talking about the gray and the red ones?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Now, my dad actually had one that my grandmother's. It was always in his old bedroom, but it was she made a monkey out of it.
Okay, yeah.
Which would probably be politically incorrect these days.
Yeah, well, because they put cotton balls into the monkey's face to puff him up.
Yeah, and the big lips.
Yep, and the big lips. Yep.
Whoa, wait a minute. The bridge too far.
No. It was a thing.
I only want to eat chicken and watermelon.
Hold on now.
There's a YouTuber that I watch, and he took his daughter and a friend of her daughters to a restaurant, and when they came out, and he came out, he said, "These girls, they got me." And he said, "I said, there's not a racist bone in my body," but his daughter's best friend, who is black, and she said, "Well, I just want watermelon chicken." So whenever he went to order, he told the lady, he said, "And she'll just have watermelon chicken." And he's like, as soon as he said it, it's like the people behind the counter looked at him like he was a bastard from hell. And he was like, "These kids."
Hey, do you guys ever watch Matt Rife?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, look him up. Look him up on YouTube. He's got some latest ones out. This guy goes out as a comedian with no lines prepared or anything else. He goes out and he talks to the audience.
He tries to get people to heckle him.
Oh yeah. He wants people to heckle him because he loves playing with he loves playing with the audience. He goes in there with no skit, no nothing. He's just like, "I'm just here to talk to you guys. So you guys want to say whatever you want to say, I'll talk to you. Let's play with it." I watched one the other day where he was on the stage, and there was this guy in a wheelchair, and the guy couldn't speak for shit. So he had the guy beside him that was his caretaker, his brother or whatever. And he says, "Well, he keeps talking to me in French. What's he saying?" And his brother would tell him what he was saying. And he's like, "Yeah, okay, whatever." And then this word gets yelled out from back in the audience farther, and it's a girl in a wheelchair. And he's like, "Holy shit, I want to see a race. This guy is built for speed."
Oh no, I have seen him. He done
He is
one where
funny.
he actually had a sign language girl
Yeah.
doing the thing on the side of it,
Yep.
and
He looked at her and said he said something stupid to her
well,
because he
you
was
know
like,
what?
"What the hell
No,
are you saying?"
no, what he was saying he was like, "This is weird. I've never had this," and he just started saying, "Retard, retard, retard, retard," and then he said, "Democrat, Democrat." And he's like, "It's the same thing."
And it is.
I feel like Conan O'Brien right now.
Yeah,
You kind of look like him too.
That's the point. The point.
All right, so guys, we've been on for an hour and a half. You want to keep going, or you want to call it quits? What do we want to do? It's up to you. I don't care.
I can go. If
I
y'all
can
can
say.
go.
You want
I
to
can
go?
say.
I can go.
No, I can say I don't give a shit. It doesn't matter to me. Come on,
We
Brett.
do.
Last time we did it was
Going
4.5
or
hours long.
Yeah.
Of course, you slept half of it, but we were here 4.5 hours.
Should I stay or should I go?
I could
There
go
ain't,
for
there
another
ain't
half
nobody
hour.
else
I
out
would
watching
start
on
going to
tonight,
80s
so.
stuff.
Yeah. In the
I don't
80s,
know.
I was still in California and it sucked.
As long as we can keep coming up with topics to talk about, I'm going to say we can stay on as long as we want. It doesn't matter. People aren't watching it right now. I mean, we are like D4, but I don't care
I got to change
because you know what? I found out that most of my lives get watched like a long time afterwards, and then they decide how long they want to watch them afterwards. So it doesn't matter to me.
No,
It doesn't matter to me at
I'm
all.
loving it.
I'm
I
like
gotta-
that.
Yeah.
I'm
I
enjoying
got
the time.
about another half hour.
Yeah.
All right.
I came over from Jesse and Lisa's over at Lazy Days Ahead, and so I love spending time with y'all because y'all are my brothers.
Right.
The
Hey, so
Oklahoma trip synced everything in. We are family now.
Speaking of brothers, Greg,
Yes.
Mike got his car back,
Yep.
Yep.
but he said he was still having problems. What's up with that?
Well, he said he had to run it because there was water in the oil or water in the exhaust.
It had a big misfire on one cylinder,
That's because of the water.
right? And it leveled out. So
Yep. The guy told him he had to drive it for 500 miles.
Wow, really?
Now, yeah.
500?
Now actually he should do now. He needs to do an oil change on it.
Yep.
Yes,
Yep.
I agree because you don't want water in the oil.
Right.
No.
That'll do more damage to the engine than anything else.
Well,
And-
it was the head gasket, so water naturally got into the oil.
Because of the head gasket.
Yep. And they changed the oil and everything while they were working on it.
They would have to.
Yep. But now he needs to redo it.
Yeah, well, the problem with that is that if you get water in your cylinders because of it being mixed with the oil, the water will what do they call that? Dehydrate and go up to the top of the cylinder heads. And if you change the oil, that doesn't take the water out. It's still there. You have to run it for so long. So it'll be like an oil change now, and maybe another month down the road do another oil change because that water is going to be hanging on the top of the head cylinders. And then
I
it'll
feel
take
like
a long time to get it worn out.
I feel like I need a new head gasket.
I feel like you need to go back to the original view of where you were just sitting on the couch and enjoying yourself in the downstairs basement or wherever it was you were at, Brett.
Yeah. But anyway, I'll be right back. I gotta go see a man about a horse. It's probably be a pony, but I'll do that later. So.
I just did, and I found out it was a miniature.
Well,
I
I'm
expected-
offended.
I expected 15 hands, and I got one.
Well, personally, I am offended.
Okay, well, you should be,
I just
Mr. Two Finger.
Hey, I went and bought a couple of turkeys yesterday after the turkey we had on Thanksgiving. We're gonna go get a couple more probably next week. What the hell? We got an empty freezer. May as well fill it up with turkeys that are cheap.
What are they, like 25, 30% off now?
Yeah, they're gonna be cheap.
Yeah,
Well-
because they're leftovers. They're leftovers.
Yeah. Yeah.
Marcel and Denise, I watched their one video. I think they said they got them for like 30 or 50 cents a pound, something like that.
Hell yeah. They had them
Walmart
for
had 'em.
50 cents a pound on Turkey Day, so they're gonna be even cheaper than that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Walmart had 50 cents a pound here in Cortland the week of Thanksgiving. So right now they're probably 25 cents a pound because who buys them now? Most people don't do a turkey for Thanksgiving or for Christmas.
No,
I got freezer space, so I may as well use it up. And then
I'm going to tell you, with
dog
any
food.
turkey that the date is, November to use by, if it reaches that date, they'll donate them to like the food pantries and stuff like that.
Yeah, they do the same thing here.
Yeah. So if you don't get them ahead of time, now by the end of November they'll be gone. I mean, they'll still have some because we went out to eat on Thanksgiving with Gina's mom, her dad, and her stepmom, and the grandbaby, and my stepson and his wife. And because we usually order turkey anyway, little small ones like this.
Yeah,
just a turkey breast.
Those are
That's not
called
a
rock
turkey.
corners
That's not
game
a
hens.
turkey. That's called a hen.
yeah.
Hornet hen.
Yeah, it's actually not bad. I mean,
No, it's not.
you get tired of it after a while, in my opinion. But
Well, you're like Greg. You're like me. Why go out and buy like a 20-pound turkey for 2 or 3 people?
Yeah.
right.
You know.
Yep.
I actually went and bought a small spiral sliced ham. I mean, small. And there was only me, my brother, my mom, Leah, and my mom's caretaker, Belinda. And I was like, there is no sense making more than that. And my brother was supposed to bring like potatoes. And I was like, all right, you bring the potatoes, I'll bring the ham. We'll bring some Hawaiian rolls. And that's good enough, you know what I mean?
Look,
And
I'm a rabbi.
he ended up bringing like a green bean casserole and a sweet yam, and he forgot the mashed potatoes. And I was like, dude, I don't care. We've already got leftovers we have to drag home now. If you'd brought the mashed potatoes, that would have meant we'd had to bring mashed potatoes home too.
Right.
And to be honest with you, if they're real mashed potatoes, they're good warmed over. If they're not real mashed potatoes, they aren't.
Yeah,
You know, you just turn them into powder potato hash browns.
Yeah.
And
Well,
you can't
you
chew them.
You can make potato cakes. Of course, that's not a Yankee thing, y'all.
No, I love potato cakes.
Yes.
We make them once in a while, not all the
Yeah.
time, but we make them once in a while, dude. With onions in them.
Yes. Yep.
Well, I haven't had real potato cake made in probably 20 years,
Yep.
and I don't make them.
Oh,
I don't make 'em.
I gotta tell y'all something. I got some really, really good news from the VA, the pharmacist there, Dave. She called me to tell me what my blood work came back as, and y'all two know the scare that I was going
Yeah.
through. The ammonia level in my body went from 91% down to 10.
Wow.
Ammonia level, what's that mean?
I was
That means,
looking- I
he's
was-
not cleaning anymore.
yeah, I was actually I could have fell into a coma at any time.
Yep.
I mean, I had the white blood cell, the white elevated white blood cell thing, and I went
Yeah.
through the colon cancer thing because of that. But
Yeah,
I never heard of elevated ammonia.
yeah.
Well-
It was very bad, and they were actually they were sending people in every day to stay with me 24 hours a day, and how they were worried about it.
Man, that's
So
crazy.
I'm within 1 point within the
Free lane.
The
right.
normal.
Yeah. So, but I'm still working on it. So I'm gonna get it down below 3. And-
All right, but Troy, doesn't it have something to, Troy, doesn't it have something to do with the kidney?
Yes, it does.
Oh crap!
And actually, I had what was my liver is actually 100% healed,
Wow, that's really good.
and they can't figure it out why or
Yeah,
how.
because he hasn't stopped drinking at all.
No, well, I've done some major life changes here in the last few months.
That's good. That's good.
Well, let me tell you, vodka is better for you than any other alcohol
Yeah,
because it's up pure. I mean, it's better for you than moonshine, unfortunately. Sorry, Troy.
No, moonshine's pure. Come on, we make that out of potatoes and corn.
there's still a gallon in the refrigerator right now. So yeah,
But vodka, I mean, I don't drink, but vodka is supposed to be better for you. If you're going to drink, vodka is better for you than beer, wine. I mean, look at all the French people that drink wine.
But
Yeah.
wait, isn't vodka made out of, no, is it vodka made out of potatoes or is that gin?
it's vodka.
Yeah, it's made out of potatoes, right?
Vodka.
Yeah.
So you're drinking a glass of mashed potatoes with every meal.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that.
But see, Troy, don't you use ice with it?
No.
You don't. What do you mix with it? Soda, right?
No, because I can't. Since I had the throat surgery, I can't have nothing carbonated or anything like that.
What were
It
you
was
drinking with it?
It was
Apple juice, pineapple juice, orange juice, whatever you
What?
can throw in.
no. It was always just straight spring water.
Oh, so you watered it down, though.
Yeah. It was always back.
Yeah, well,
A cup this size. It was a half a shot, and the rest of the cup was spring water with a teaspoon of Gatorade powder and half a teaspoon of Tang.
Oh, I can never keep up with all that.
you were adding the electrolytes.
Yes.
Okay.
But the water watered the vodka down,
Yeah.
so it wasn't as strong as if you took a shot of vodka.
No.
Because I know people that drink straight vodka with ice cubes, and as the ice melts, it waters the vodka down.
Well, basically, it was a half a shot of vodka, or actually, it was probably a whole shot of
Orange
vodka, and the rest of it was spring water,
Yeah.
and with the powdered mix in with that.
See, I was diagnosed with low sodium, and I was for the life of me going, well, I don't like salt. I'll be honest. If I'm eating French fries, I always use salt. I put salt in my ketchup with my French fries, and then I wrap my French fries around the ketchup with the salt in it, and then okay, great. But I was ending up with leg cramps and everything else, and everybody's going, "Oh no, that's potassium." No, it's not. It's this low sodium thing I'm dealing with.
Well, it was actually the magnesium from the salt.
Yeah.
Well,
Magnesium.
I actually have.
Yep.
I actually have these. I have magnesium chews that I take, but it turns out that all I need to do, if I don't want to wake up in the middle of the night with a leg cramp, is I drink cappuccino. You know, I mean, it's like a hazelnut cappuccino. My girlfriend drinks
Well, la-dee-daw.
French. No, my girlfriend drinks French and vanilla, but it's just a little K cup thing. And I found out you can just open the K cup up, dump it into my coffee cup, which is about the size of Brett's cup he's drinking out of right now, and then just get my salt shaker out with the sea salt and just give that thing 5 good twists, and then fill it up with hot water, and it dissolves the salt. I do 3 cups of that every day, and I don't have leg cramps anymore or any of that. It's just so much better. And last time I went to get my blood tested for it, they said, "Yeah, no, your sodium levels where it belongs. Don't change." And I'm like, "I'm not gonna. I can't wake up with those leg cramps anymore."
Well,
I mean,
Oh man, those are brutal.
yep. I tell you
well, it
what.
wasn't just leg cramps. It was because of my foot being operated on so many times. That thing was like a torture chamber.
Don't be a one-upper.
Yeah.
We're just
No,
talking about
but-
leg cramps, and now you got surgery going on.
Yeah.
No, I had 2 major surgeries done on my left foot.
Oh, here
And
we go.
My left foot would cramp up so bad. It was like the first
Yeah.
part of my body that was reacted to the low sodium, and then it would work its way up the leg or whatever, but the foot never released. And I was like,
That's the
"Holy
worst.
There's a lady that I follow, and I call her my sister. She's another YouTuber in my little group and stuff. But she
you
makes
know, I got group."
this stuff. It's a magnesium oil spray.
Okay, not the
Everybody's
same.
both got their voodoo bottles.
Yeah, Miss Andell Homestead. She makes this stuff, and she makes other forms of it. But if I got leg cramps, or if I just can't even go to sleep at night, this little spray, I'll spray it on my feet.
Oh, yours is a spray. Mine's a dropper.
Well, she makes the dropper that I use for the leg cramps, and or
That
anything.
looks like a bong.
Yeah, yeah. Or even with my arthritis, she makes it. The
Don't
oil
lie. You
with
just
the
smoke
droppers
pot.
that I used to put on my hands and wipe, and it takes the arthritis pain completely away. And it's I hate to say it,
What do you
this
got?
way, but it's changed my life completely.
What do you think of that nickel stuff that people make? What is that?
I have not tried any of that.
The
I've heard.
silver. I'm looking at Deborah, but she's got her earphones in, looking at her computer. Yeah, that silver liquid stuff.
Yeah,
that people
yeah.
make.
It's the silver magnesium.
Something.
Sulfate.
Yeah,
Sulfate.
What?
Colloidal.
Colloidal silver.
yeah. It's awesome. I haven't tried it yet, but I want to. I'm
I'm taking a little of it. It ain't hurt. Turn me blue.
Yeah.
You guys remember? You guys remember when we were down to Drifting Dreamers 5? What they were doing every day at the table?
Yeah.
All right, this is liquefied that. Okay. I smoked too many cigarettes to do what they were doing, but I can do this.
And it's perfect for your joints and stuff. In that
And you could.
in the oil form.
Well,
It's perfect.
It's also good for arthritis.
Yes.
It's also good for dry joints because it's mixed with grapeseed oil.
Mm-hmm.
And it makes me want to play guitar, which I can't do anymore, which kind of sucks. But
And it might even have
I still leave it right here beside me because sometimes I just like, okay, I need a little bit of that right now.
Yeah.
Because it's not just my feet anymore. Now it's in my legs. Now it's my hands. You know, I'm getting
Right.
old. Good
Yeah.
Lord, I'm 61.
And it might have even a little eucalyptus oil in there too that let it get down deep into the joints.
Mama Nugget, I'm 61.
He's a koala bear.
He's an old fart.
Yes, I am compared to you guys. Well, maybe not Troy.
Yeah. It's just the hair.
I'm the
too
Papa
close
Bear.
to 61.
I'm only 21.
Yeah, well, I thought about changing my numbers around so I can be 16 again, but by God, I don't want to do that.
No.
Those kids don't know how to behave anymore.
No, you know what? Oh shit! I just realized. In a month and 1 day, I'm going to be turned to double nickel.
Wow.
Oh, so you're going to be 10?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I act like it at times, so.
Well, yeah, well, I thought when we took you down to Oklahoma, you were posting about 9.
Well, at that time, I was really close to it. So
With a walking cane. Tom Thumb.
holding his big ass up.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say, you guys
Yeah.
might do the rest.
Yeah. When we took that picture down there and Troy was on one side and I was on the other and Greg was in the middle, I was like, click the damn picture. This
Yeah,
hurts.
no kidding. His
We're
big
getting
ass
shorter by the second.
yeah, his meat paws were like 50 pounds apiece.
And we're only 120 each.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with a man using a freaking blow dryer.
No.
I use one
Yeah, as
every
long as
day.
you're in the beauty salon or in your bathroom. Your hair is blowing all over the place, man. It's not even on your head. See, it just
You
went
see
to your
it
left,
taking
it
apart
went to your
my
right.
head.
I feel bad for whatever that is that keeps coming up black on your right because that's definitely not you.
Remember that MTV? I'm Max Headroom.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, I remember watching a lot of Peter's videos, and he does the backgrounds like that all the time, and it's like, Peter, would you just like sit in a chair and just do a normal video? He's showing it with that room that you had before with the piano
And then
in the
a cat
background.
jumps up there.
We know
Cat jumps up there
Peter's living in Bobblehead's old house. There's no room for a grand piano.
Yeah.
But he always puts that on the background, and then his hair is all over the place and stuff. And it's like, Peter, just do normal. You don't need this like abstract background stuff going on.
Yeah.
We gotta get him on here.
Yes, we do.
Peter,
Yeah.
Yeah.
all right, I can reach out to Peter and see if he wants to do it.
Oh yeah, I'd love it. I'm sure.
No, if next year, I don't know what y'all got planned. And
Anybody
stuff.
got a contact number for him? I'll call him and ask him.
No, I'm not saying right now. I'm just saying on a Saturday.
Lauren does.
I'm out of here in 10 minutes.
Yeah, but no, I'm just saying if you got a contact number, send it to me.
Lauren has.
Oh, I
it.
don't
I'll
know.
send it. I'll send it to you.
All right, bro, you send it to me. He's got it. You know he's got it.
Yeah.
They were living in the same living room for a while.
I remember
Freaking
that.
Peter's camper is still here. I want to
He's
get
from
that
up
thing out
here,
of the
isn't
barn.
he?
Yeah.
Dave, he's from New York, isn't he?
Yeah, he's from New York.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like
called
that.
us up and said he needed a place to stay. I said, "Come on down."
Where
Well,
in
he
New
told
York
me
was
that
you
too.
at?
But if you got that many campers and stuff on your property, maybe you don't have room for me anymore, bro.
Dude, there's plenty of room. Well,
I know you got that mini backhoe. You can make more room if need be, right?
We hooked up a septic hookup for Mitch's. He's got that big old bus out here. So he's hooked up to the septic, and he's got a 30 amp hookup. We could even put a 50 amp.
Yeah.
We just need to buy the box for it.
But y'all know I'm getting ready to send money to Amy to get a couple campsites for 10 killer for us.
To Amy.
Yeah. Leonard Mountain Homestead.
Oh, okay.
All right,
Yeah.
what is the date?
Like 14th to 17th.
May, isn't it?
I can't remember.
Oh, it's April.
April.
April?
Yeah.
I thought it
Is it
was
gonna
like
be-
toward the end.
Yeah, it
could be.
should be
I-
warm
I
down
don't
there by
remember.
then.
But I'm going to get rent 2 campsites right there with them. That way we're right there with them, and we can all be together and have a good time.
Hey, hi, honey.
Well, I'm looking at a Class
those
A.
is Peter's
Guy wants
new
$2,500 for it.
Really?
And the only thing wrong with it, he said, is there's a hole above the driver's seat. And as he showed the outside picture, you could see where somebody hit something with it. He bought it at a salvage auction.
Okay.
And so I'm working. I've been discussing it with him. So if we have a Class A, we're fine.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it'll be a gas one. It's not a diesel pusher.
Right.
But plus, I would have to go through it and make sure.
Yeah. Make sure to tune up and all that stuff, and all the fluids and
But
stuff.
we would tow a car behind us for sure.
Actually, Greg, I've got a picture of one with the for sale sign that I was looking at for my brother. And because he spent so much money on his daughter's wedding and everything, he's like $40,000 spent out that he can't afford to spend. So he didn't buy it. But I got a picture of one along with the for sale sign with the phone number and stuff. I can send to you too. I don't know if it's been sold or not. It's not far from where I live.
Yeah.
You know,
Well,
I mean, you can drive up to me and we could go drive and look at it, but it's up to you.
I'm looking at them all the time because I finished my enclosed trailer, and I think I'm gonna end up selling it.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I don't know if I'm gonna continue with the storage units or not. I think that what I'm gonna try to do, because they denied me my disability, and my lawyers appealed it, so we're just waiting on that now. I said, I've been working since I was 14 years old, paying in the system since I was 14.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. They took my CDL from me because of gabapentin,
Yeah.
which I'm fine with.
Because of gabapentin?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You cannot drive. It makes you drowsy. Like
It makes me sleep. It makes me sleep. But gabapentin doesn't do that to everybody.
Well, it depends on your how the prescription is written.
Right.
I'm supposed to take 1 in the morning and 2 at night. Like I already took them, and but I won't take the 1 in the morning.
They had me doing 1 in the morning and 1 in the afternoon. And I was like, yeah, I can't keep up with that regimen. And they're like, why? And I said, because I do the 1 in the morning. I only have like a cup of coffee in my butt.
Right.
And maybe a bowl of oatmeal. I take the gabapentin and I'm back to bed. I couldn't do nothing. I was like down all night.
Well,
And they said, were you taking the 1 in the afternoon? And I'm like, yeah, no, because I've already spent the whole morning in bed. Why would I take another one?
Well, that's how they had me, and I was taking 6 a day, and I was just zoned out.
DOS.
Yeah.
It doesn't affect everybody that way.
No, it
No,
don't.
but the side effects is what DOT looks at. Is what it's, believe it or not, it's not on the Federal Motor Carriers website to disqualify you.
Oh,
But
really?
Yeah, right.
Oh.
But the thing is,
gabapentin's not classified as a bubble truck.
it is on the state's website.
Right.
So yes, you have to follow the FMCSA, which is a federal website, but you also have to follow the state website. And the state doctors, the DOT doctors, will not give you a med card. I mean, I can go and take the physical now. My med card was up in November, and they sent me a letter saying I had until January 1st to get them another med card, or they downgrade my license. I don't want to drive truck no more.
Right. Well,
I
that's
mean,
I remember whenever they reclassified that back like 4 or 5 years ago, and I was already flagged because I had that cerebral stroke.
yeah,
And then whenever they said, "Well, you're on gabapentin, so we're going to take your CDLs," I said, "I don't care.
yep,
I'll never be able to drive a truck again." So
yeah. I mean, I can go
You know,
off it, and
you know what's funny about this is that they take things like gabapentin and stuff like that and take away your driver's license, but yet you can get a CDL in New York State. My first name is Billy, and I have no last name.
yep.
How is that? How is that legal? I mean, seriously, they don't even know who these people are.
no,
Well, did you see that one illegal guy that they busted? He had 4 driver's license: New York, California, Georgia,
Washington,
and
Washington.
Washington.
Yeah,
yeah,
He had 4 driver's license.
I'm on this live right now if you want.
with no last name.
yeah.
Right.
Every one of them, no last name. How
Well, they
can
were
you get?
still.
How can you get any license with no last name?
But
You can't.
the
Not
video,
legally.
the video that I really enjoyed watching, it was great. Where the guy, it was supposedly the first
David
first
Moffat.
documented test, verbal test for a driver, and it was an Asian guy driving.
Oh,
And
it was the one for Arkansas.
yeah, and the first thing the state trooper said, "Would you mind get put some clothes on?"
Yeah, he was parked along the highway
Yeah.
naked in his cab. Yeah,
Well,
that
one
was
of
the
one of the
Arkansas
ones
State Police.
Yeah,
one of the ones that really drove me nuts was that truck driver down in Florida that did the illegal U-turn and killed 3 people.
Yeah,
yeah.
That guy had already the week prior. That guy went through Arkansas
He took out
with
a
a
bridge.
full-size tractor trailer and wiped out a bridge right
Took
into
the
Daytona.
bridge out. Yeah,
Yeah, and it
But-
made everybody have to drive an hour each way longer than what they normally would have had to do because he wiped out that little bridge that they used.
yeah.
And he didn't get fined for it. He didn't get shit. And
No,
then they let him back out onto the highway.
yeah.
And then he killed 3 people in Florida.
but
That
Well,
was
cheap
what,
labor, though.
Albert John or whatever his name was, or I don't know. He's got the last name of my local dentist. I don't remember what that is.
Don't you want
I
the
don't go to
rich
him
people
either.
living
I don't
there?
trust him. But yeah, it was like,
You're a
okay, well, how
businessman.
did
Come
that
on.
happen? No, how did that happen? You know,
but you
but
see
they
what
let that happen.
you see what they're doing now though. Ones that are in
H-1B
accidents
visas.
and they keep going, they go to a truck stop, change the DOT number and the company name on their doors.
Yeah, I forget what they called that.
Yeah.
It was like a ghost company or something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
They were running under.
Yeah,
Yeah, I see that too. And I don't know.
They actually these guys they're making the companies, and whenever they get in trouble,
They've seen you on our lives.
they sell
Moffat's a good
the
friend.
well,
He's moving here to Arkansas.
sell the company to like their brother or somebody else, and then they go and start another company.
that's what they do at all the gas stations too.
Yeah,
They're using the same address, they're using the same
the
phone
guy.
number and the same email
Yeah,
as a
Yeah.
contact.
I'll have to see.
They'll
if I
open up a
find
whole
that
new
video
company.
yeah.
of that.
If I could do that with Dollar Seed, I'd do it tomorrow.
Yeah,
Somebody
Yeah,
else
but you're
owns this
not gonna
name.
get
It's not
caught.
me. I'm not related. You know.
David Moffat is the Dollar Seed guy. Sorry, I'm talking to Mitch on my text. I sent him
All
the
right. Well, I
link
was
if you
wondering. I
want to
thought maybe
join.
you were calling me into the FPC or something.
Yeah.
Or I don't
Yeah.
know.
No, I just sent him the link to your live in case he wants to join.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
All
I
right,
don't know if
he
he
can
does
join.
because,
I
like I
gotta get
say,
out
his
of here,
wife's sick.
guys.
all right, Greg. It's
We
always
gonna plan
great
next
to see you,
weekend
brother.
too?
Peace, Greg.
All right, guys.
Take
I'll
care,
give you
brother.
guys a holler later.
All right, love you,
All right,
man.
Greg.
All right, love
Have
you
a good
guys.
night.
Greg, you know,
Later.
if you give me a holler, you're giving Troy one too, because somehow we ended up in all the three same text the whole thing. But that's
Yeah.
all right.
Oh, you're good. Well, I
I don't
know to
care.
call you. I can call Troy, but
Yeah.
all right. We'll see you guys later.
All right, take
Take
care,
All right,
brother.
later, guys. Later.
Oh
All right,
no,
so he's out of here. Oh,
I don't want to be in the middle.
Straight up and center.
no, you're stuck where you're at, Beavis.
Move over.
The name you chose, Beavis Nugget.
Yeah.
I don't care. It don't matter to me none.
Yeah. But
Yeah, I don't know. I've watched these trucking companies changing names, and I've watched these drivers. Most of these drivers, I don't care. They're illegal. They're illegally here in the United States. They don't even have a green card. They don't have work permits. They don't have nothing.
yeah,
As far as I'm concerned, the government needs to go after the people that hire them.
exactly. Go after the companies.
Yeah, I can't hire an illegal to work for me and write him off as an employee, because if I don't fill out all of the paperwork, which includes a W-9 that says, yes, I'm a United States citizen, this is my social security number, this is this is that. And then it has to be approved. Until that gets approved, I can't even write him a paycheck.
Yeah.
Now they're going after the business owners. It's like, well, about time. I mean, come on, they just busted that plumbing couple where they had 150 or 240, I think it was 240 illegal aliens working for them,
Mhm.
and they were worth like $34 million. They arrested them and said, yeah, we're going after the employers.
Is
They
that the
would have
one
come
where
after me instantly.
Is that the one where they's all working on pot farms?
No, that was a total
No.
different story.
Yeah.
But this was a plumbing company.
Yeah. When they hit the pot farms, that's when they found all the a lot of the
Kids,
kids that
Oh
were
yeah.
missing.
yeah. It was 143 kids or something like that were missing.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, I don't think any business owners that can hire an illegal who didn't come here with a green card and working papers or whatever should be allowed to get a job.
Yeah.
If they got a job and they're not here legally, then they should be removed as an owner of the company automatically. Be fined because they hired people that aren't
A
supposed to be
line
here.
in the sand, definitely.
Yeah.
Well, they're paying them below minimum wage.
Yeah. It's just a new form of slavery.
It is. It is.
Right.
And because of that, it becomes a major issue, because the real farms that hire real people to work for them can't compete for the prices, because
Right.
it becomes inflated on their end, because, well, we got to hire all these people, but we got to pay them, what, in New York, $15 an hour. All right,
Yeah.
hey, we got somebody new joining in. Mitch, welcome to the stage, brother.
Hey, it's Mitch.
Hey, Mitch,
We got
how's it going,
Mitch.
brother?
Howdy, howdy.
He's right back there in his bus.
Yeah.
Mitch, how's your wife doing?
Say that again.
How's your wife
wife
doing?
has a bad cold.
She's doing good. She said she thinks she's got a cold though.
Yeah, your daughter told us she had a bad cold earlier today.
Tell me it's not COVID.
Yeah, whatever.
I don't want to bother you. But yeah, man, that dude knows a lot about water handling on land and stuff. And
Oh, hey, if I look more into this property I'm getting, he would be a really good person for me to talk to.
yeah, but you're
Does the land have a lot of shape?
It does. It's 15 and a half acres, and it has not, the farm has not been maintained since I was a kid. So it has actually grown up in the last 40 years.
Right.
And it,
So 40 year pristine property, like so the wild has had it for 40 years.
yes. With
Which
So that
means
means
it's not a
you could have trees as thick around as my shoulders are
yes.
that that
And
used
they
to be
are.
pastures.
Yeah.
Over my shoulders.
Right.
prosecuted.
Those are bigger.
At the beginning of this, I showed a short video of just driving by the property, and yeah, the trees are that big here in southeast West Virginia.
Is there productive trees? Do you got some nut trees, fruit trees? You
Yeah,
got some walnuts and pawpaw
there
over
is
there?
no pawpaw, but they are there's a lot of black walnut, which I don't like black walnut because it kills a lot of things
Everything that goes around it.
around it. Yeah, but
Yeah,
But black walnut
but
wood has
it's got its place.
it does. But there's a lot of birch trees and stuff
What
on
about
there.
hickories? You got the
Yeah.
different types of hickory.
Yeah,
Because like over here in Arkansas, we got like 5 different kinds of hickory.
yeah.
And so some of them are more valuable than others.
Right, and I have no idea what they are.
Well,
But
the shagbark, if you got shagbark hickory on your property, I'm not sure what's common in your area, but man, you find some shagbarks and cut away the competition if there is any, and maybe give it a little bit of some nutrients and stuff down at the bottom. You'd be surprised at the value you get out of them trees.
oh yeah,
Yeah. Well, hickory is one of those
Yeah.
woods where
Well,
if you go like if you want to do like a board and batten siding on the outside of a structure, especially up here in New York, hickory
yeah.
is probably one of the better woods that you could use.
Right.
I
Well,
just keep thinking of that
It's
comedian.
just hard to work with.
yeah, I think
It is.
yeah. The
It is.
house,
But
the
that's why
house is
it's that's why
there.
it's so good.
The house is there. It's a 2-bedroom house, and there's like 4 small barns on it. But they've all been they all have to be tore down completely. So
It's been abandoned too long.
Use the wood.
What is it you're trying to actually do with the property? Like, what do you want to do with it?
it
Start
kind
again.
of like a homestead, but actually build it up
Multifamily.
for my grandnephews, where I can build it to where they will actually have a place for themselves too.
Right, that's cool. Is this something that they're interested in also, or they would literally just be somebody that like lives there and somebody
No,
else has to do the
no,
homesteading stuff?
they're actually into it. They were brought up old school type, Southern West Virginia mountaineer types.
Right.
So it's all about farming and family.
Yeah.
So
Well, I always have to ask that question because you'd be surprised how many people get in this and they get all the way out to the woods and realize they're the only ones excited about it, and the rest of the family just came along because they were in the truck.
right, yeah. I understand completely what you're saying, but you're right. But these kids, they actually started hanging out around me, well, about a year ago now, and they're all like, "Oh, Uncle Troy, he's
Hi, Wanda. I'm
gone.
sorry. I was ignoring you.
And
Wanda Henry or
hey, Wanda,
I did not realize she popped
Yeah.
in. I was like, oh,
Wanda.
oh, David, I got to
yes,
show
sir.
you This is my. Last year I had one tomato that produced.
The comments tab, Mitch, you can
Yep.
see in
And this
StreamYard.
is what
And then
I'm
there's a
saving
private
this
chat.
year
too.
so far for Seeds.
I-
for
Do it again.
Yeah, seeds for next year.
Yeah.
There's probably 110 seeds per tomato.
Well, I'm building on it and to save for next year and to gift to other friends and family.
Well, I'll be honest with you. A lot of people don't know this, but I mean, there are a lot of gardeners,
Mhm.
a lot of gardeners who learned how to save seeds properly, and
Right.
tomato seeds is one of them. They say, well, you take the seeds out of tomato, you dry them, and then you wash them with a light detergent, and then you
Yeah.
dry them again. Don't do that. Don't do that because all of the cellulose material around that seed,
Yep.
when you take it out and you let it dry, once you put that seed into the ground and it rehydrates, that cellulose material rehydrates and that feeds that seed.
That's what
It'll feed it for the first 2 months of its life.
that's what I did with these. This was from one tomato last year.
Yeah.
So this is the second year growth from that one tomato.
Yeah, and they're heirloom, so you can do that.
Yeah.
If you get a tomato that's a hybrid and you try to do that, it'll never grow back the same.
Well, see, I thought I was planning, not thinking, looking at the seeds or what they look like. I thought I was planting my fall cucumber seeds.
You know, those weren't cucumber, man. They don't even look like it.
No, and it's,
A little
Cucumber
different.
are long and white.
yeah, and I brought them inside right before it froze, and that's them, right?
Oh, you got tomato growing in your house?
Yeah.
That's awesome. Are you doing like a hydroponic feed?
Well, they're bottom watered, and
Yeah, but
actually,
are you adding any hydroponics to it?
what I'm using the part A and B hydroponic
Okay.
liquid.
What is that? You mean chemical based hydroponics?
Yeah.
No, well, they're not really chemical as per se. Like if it was like a I don't know. Let's say hydroponics. It's a liquid fertilizer that's natural, but it's not like a Monsanto type thing.
Yeah,
where
but
you add-
natural in what context?
Oh,
Because
well,
petroleum is also natural.
Right.
no,
This
no, no.
is-
This is
Yeah.
all 100% natural.
Like
And-
what
and
what is it derived from? Is it just like plant based nutrition?
Yeah.
That I don't know, but
Part
like,
part A is plant based nutrition. Part B is soil based microbial.
right, and
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 when you
every,
mix those two together in the water,
How big is
it absorbs.
how big is the system? How big is the system? Like how many gallons are you doing, and how many plants? Just that one big tomato plant?
actually,
I'm gonna say
right
two
there,
plants.
there is 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 5 plants in that right there.
Yeah,
All
so
right.
you're probably talking a
Yeah.
2-gallon watering system.
And
Have you ever looked into aquaponics at all?
I want to really bad, but
Yeah,
what
but
I
you
do, I
you
use
can't put a fish tank there.
right.
Why not?
I use this, and I
Fish
put
fish don't need to be in a glass tank. They actually prefer to be in the dark.
yes,
Yeah,
yes, they do.
and they also don't need to be anywhere near a window.
No,
Right.
they actually prefer to be in the dark. Most
Yeah.
species of fish don't spend a lot of time up in the brighter parts of the water. They actually spend most of their lives down in the darker parts of the water.
Exactly.
Uh,
That's
you
like
could-
when I go fishing, I look for the deep holes underneath the trees and stuff, and go underneath
Yeah,
the
that's where you
trees
find the bass and the good stuff.
to get the good.
Yeah,
But every 3 weeks, I use this compost tea fertilizer.
that's good for the microbiology. Yeah,
Right.
that's
Yeah,
awesome.
it keeps the microbes
Well,
alive.
I encourage anybody I see trying to mess around with hydroponics, I will always encourage them to go towards aquaponics, because you'll never replicate the availability of nutrition like animals being in the cycle. And I've done about 10 years worth of experimenting with different ways of doing it, because I'm very like anti-input. Like, I don't want to have to go to the store and buy some doodad in a bottle every month or so to keep my self-reliant system going. But yet I got to go to the store to keep everything healthy. And I've found ways that if you can mimic the pond environment, the pond environment where you got all the different forms of life, you've got actual flow of water from top to bottom.
Right.
You use gravity in the system any chance that you can. You add more oxygen to the system every chance you can. You add more minerals. So you mentioned using a compost tea.
Right.
So I did something very similar to where in one of my return tanks of the aquaponics, I took a pillowcase that was made out of something artificial so that it wouldn't biodegrade in the system. You know what I mean? If you put a cotton pillowcase for your tea bag, it was like a polyester pillowcase so that it would stay intact. And I filled it with just some really good, super rich compost that was made from grass clippings and cow manure. And I literally hung it right in the system as a giant tea bag.
Right.
And it brought so much mineralization and nutrients to the system. It was amazing. As opposed to just giving it a little dose. Like, I gave it a big old dose, like there was some sort of rotting vegetative matter in the system, just like there would be at the bottom of a pond. You would have a certain amount. And when you do it with the tea bag method, you can measure it and go, okay, now maybe in a month, let's try 2 tea bags in there. But I had over 2,500 gallons of water running through my system.
Right.
So a big old queen size pillowcase full of compost was an appropriate size tea bag.
Right.
You'd be surprised. You'd be so surprised at what you could do with just a handful of feeder goldfish. Just go down to the pet store and get you 25 or 30 feeder goldfish and put them down in your sump tank, and then start experimenting with the nutrition. The nutrition the plants get is going to come from whatever you feed the fish.
Right. Yes.
And there's another one that's really good too. Is sprinkle
so you can
the top worm castings. You can buy bags of worm castings.
Yeah, worm castings are super good.
Put that on top of the soil. They'll break down. They'll go down into the soil.
I've got 40 pounds of worm castings in the basement that I use when I mix my soil and stuff.
See, he said,
I do.
But actually, another thing I do too. I only do it like maybe every 2 or 3 weeks too. I'll add like a quarter cup of hydrogen peroxide.
That's all I know.
To the water.
Why?
No.
It just seems like it adds more oxygen and
it does. No. It adds oxygen, but you're killing your plant.
Well, you're actually, the biggest problem with that is killing the microbiology that it touches, because it's a super oxidizer. You're not adding oxygen. You're adding an oxidizer. And an oxidizer is something that has a strong chemical reaction with its extra oxygen molecule. And then basically you end up like burning stuff. You burn the little organisms running around in there. That doesn't occur in nature. If you want more oxygen in there, you just need more bubbles. Bubbles until you think until you're going to eject the fish out into the air, you can't add too many bubbles.
Right.
But with
Well,
all these man-made remedies, we can very easily overdo it. Like, oh
Okay.
yeah, hydrogen peroxide might be a good thing. It very well might be on some very measured
minute
context. You know what I mean? Like
Right,
a very specific parts per million and this and that. And I don't know how equipped you are with that type of scientific measuring.
Yeah.
You know, it can get really complicated really fast.
I'm not, but it has worked.
Mm.
So
All right.
but-
Another thing.
Of course, and I'm saying I'm a novelist at this.
All right, well, another thing.
When I had my stroke, I was basically I couldn't get out of bed or anything. And
Troy, I'm gonna throw something else at
These
you.
are all fellow veterans here too.
Yeah. So I'm using this as kind of like a way to deal with my PTSD.
I'm not a veteran.
Troy, something I'm gonna throw at you real quick is not only the worm casings are good to put on the top because the soil gets wet and they dissolve and they go in and they feed it, but something else to take into consideration is Epsom salt.
I use that a lot.
Very little, but I mean you don't need a lot. They used to say 1 tablespoon per plant when they put it in the ground. You're not doing it in the ground. You're doing it in a controlled environment. So I would say like maybe a little bit less than a teaspoon per plant. Sprinkle it around where the roots are at, and it will, as the water comes up and goes into the soil, it'll go back down and it'll recirculate until it's no longer good. Believe it or not, Epsom salt actually, because it adds the what is it? Magnesium. To the soil.
Yeah,
it adds magnesium to the soil. That's something the soil doesn't normally have a whole lot of.
Yeah,
but you don't want to add too much. You'll poison the plant.
In a hydroponic environment, you're dealing with a different chemistry because of your ratio to water.
Right.
You start adding magnesium sulfate into the water, and you're going to precipitate out other minerals that should be in the water also.
Yeah,
this is where the chemistry starts getting very complicated.
Yep.
You'll bring one up and one will go down, and then you bring this one up and the other one will go down. They will precipitate right out of the water. You'll see like these little white crystals on the edge of the water and stuff. That's just an imbalance. And I was trying to figure out how to get rid of all of that because you end up chasing your tail. There's guys that they do these university studies on this stuff. They got these giant, super complicated hydroponics and aquaponic systems. And it's like Mother Nature doesn't work that way. You go out to the pond and look at how much life is flourishing in the pond, and nobody is coming there checking the pH, and nobody's adding pH up or pH down. You know, nobody's doing these different things to the water, but yet so much life can grow right there. And so I wish I had some pictures I could share with you guys. I had a veritable jungle. I mean, a jungle, all supported off of an aquaponic system that I was watering plants in, I guess you would say 3 or 4 different fashions. I was trying every different way that I could introduce the nutrient-rich water that the imitated pond would deliver to it. The tomatoes would climb to the ceiling and go across my truck. Like it made a giant canopy inside there. I had banana plants that were 11 foot tall. And this was a system with little to zero inputs. And it was just by paying attention to, what does a pond do?
I want to add to Mitch's comment here real quick. Your pH and pH down chemicals that you add to the water will actually harm the microbes that are needed to be able to make those plants be professionally grown. If you keep playing with the pH, any way you do it, if you keep playing with the pH, you're going to screw that system up. A lot of people say, well, it takes 3 drops of this to bring your pH down X points. If you do that, based on the system you're using, you just poison your plant. And then it'll get so low.
Any system that you move the pH really quickly is bad.
Right.
Like
I
in
know.
order for you to be
I
able
know.
to measure the pH change, that means you're going to have to do it rather quickly, no matter which direction you're trying to move it. In order for it to
Right.
show up on your testing equipment, you're going to have to do a pretty drastic introduction of something, and
Yeah.
no organisms like a drastic change in pH in any direction, whether
Right.
it's up
No.
or down.
And
See,
it'll actually create a
that's
poison.
what I kind of like about this property that I'm looking at, which is nothing setting still. So, and it I might not get it. I don't know, but I'm just looking at it. So, one
Lord
entire
willing.
side of it is all creek, natural spring water creek run through there. So I would like to be able to utilize that creek water and stuff
That's cool.
to actually for the farm to work on. That and
That's an amazing resource.
there's
Is it a creek that runs all the time, or does it dry up?
no, it runs all the time.
Okay.
How many
And-
how many feet how many feet of creek do you have actually on the property?
Right. It's a very narrow 15.5 acres. And actually the creek runs down one side of it and it's basically a rock face that
So
goes
you're getting
up
spring
one
water.
side, but it backs up to a oh shoot, what's it called? A dairy farm.
Arroyo.
Okay.
Oh no.
Which I'm kind of worried about that.
No.
Maybe.
Unless there's a GMO dairy farm,
Well, I don't know how many cattle they have on that dairy farm.
it doesn't matter.
We also need
It doesn't
to
matter.
we also got to
they're
look at
naturally
some
raised-
topography maps. See how much of their watershed is actually shared with your watershed.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. As long as they're not.
Like, is there
as long as they're not using-
is there other drainages to where their stuff is draining from your neighbors?
as-
Like, I don't know what
as
your
long as they're
land
not
is
using-
shaped like, because some of their land might drain one way, some drains another direction. So you get a little bit of water, and some you just never know. Got to look at like some topographical maps of you and your neighbor. You can normally contact like the Geological Survey Society and get a really nice 3D rendering of your property. Like it's actually like they mount it on a little like 1/4-inch plywood board, and it's like a 3D map of your property. They're pretty cool to have if you plan on building a homestead. It gives you a really good visual, because water is the number one resource. No life on earth exists without water.
Right.
You know, we got organisms that live without oxygen, but nothing lives without water.
Yeah. And actually,
That's like the number one thing to manage.
Right.
Including cockroaches.
I got
Cockroaches can't live without water.
Yeah. I got a friend of mine who he has a YouTube channel too, and then he's got several world champion trophies and state from plants that he's grown and everything. I don't know if you know him or not. Ryan at Heavenly Hills Homestead.
It doesn't sound
I've
familiar.
He lives here in West Virginia. He lives about 40 miles away from me. I've talked to him a couple times, and he even has a nonprofit organization where he puts together seeds and growing kits, lights and stuff, and to donate to veterans dealing with PTSD and stuff to get them involved in growing to deal with their PTSD and stuff. And so
that's awesome.
I need to get a hold of him, which I'm just starting to. I just found this property 4 days ago, so it's not.
Oh, wow.
So it's, and it might fall through. So
Hi, Crazy Rich Lady. How you doing tonight?
Yeah,
I'll
I'll find out next week when I talk to a realtor and more about it and stuff. But I'm just brainstorming what it is. And I remember the farm when I was a kid because I was raised right out the road from there. So
Which non-stars is not Cone and it's Brett. But Nuggets
oh,
Homestead. Homestead. Whatever you want to call him.
yeah,
I need more cowbells.
yeah. Where'd he
All right,
go?
so I guess Mitch had his last word and decided to step out.
Yeah.
So guys, I don't know about you, but it's
But if
9:30.
yeah, but
We've been on 2.5 hours.
yeah,
We can continue for longer if you want. I don't care.
it don't matter. But if y'all got my information, but if you can send Mitch my information, I would really enjoy
Okay, hold on. He's back. He's back. He stepped
I
out.
got
Now
it.
he's back. I'm bringing him back. There we are. Mitch is back.
Hey,
I pushed
there
the
you
wrong
are,
button.
I think
He had to go pee. Don't let him fool you.
Mitch.
I pushed the wrong button.
Yeah, but Mitch, if they have all of them to have my information, if they can send it to you, I would love to talk to you more. And
Oh yeah, write down my phone number. We can talk. I help you out with planning, planning how to design a property. You just got to know, if you know what you want to do, man, I can help you get there.
yep.
I'm eye candy as well, wishing on stars.
Would you just hush?
And then there's
Hey,
Brett.
Brett, I know you. I got your
Wait,
information.
does that
and
say
I got
Beavis?
Troy's information. If I can send you Troy's information, can you send that to Mitch?
Oh yeah, I mean yeah, he's right next door.
All right. Well, you got my number, right?
Way over here.
So
Yeah, yeah.
Actually, have y'all ever seen the it was a TV show, Barnwood Builders?
No.
Yeah.
wish not stars. He did not shake it off.
Yeah, but they're one of the kids that
We're not done with Mitch yet.
I call them kids because they're younger. But he started a homestead and on it at his homestead. It actually joins my
That's not nice.
family's 390 acres here in West Virginia that my family started back in the early 1700s. And
Wow.
I'm in jail.
Are they still homesteading on
I
that
can
land today?
understand it. Whenever my great granddaddy, whenever he passed away, he willed it to his children and his children's children. So it is so many people involved in that property that
You're split over and over.
yeah. But luckily, back in the mid '80s, they done selective timbering through Virginia Tech. Came on there and selective timbered it twice now, and took the money from that to put into a trust fund, and it will always pay the property taxes from now until eternity.
That's smart.
But there's so many people involved now that don't live anywhere around here. It's a mess.
Yeah, I'd love to design some bigger properties, hundreds of acres.
Yeah.
You got that 300 acres of Sullivan's to do.
Yeah, we're gonna
I'll
see
be
if we
honest.
can't help him out with his water problems. He's got some water management issues over there.
He floods at least once every couple of years.
Depending on what type of flooding it is, we might be able to change something.
Well, see, that's the
'Cause,
problem.
there's different types of flooding.
Yeah, that's the problem with property around here in West Virginia is the flooding. I know where the house was at. It was in my lifetime. It's been underwater twice at least. But the back field and the back part of the property has never flooded.
Right.
So, using my
And then the trick
knowledge,
is always, what does the property do with the water after it fills up from a nice heavy rain?
exactly, and it actually that's the one good part. Whenever it's like a flash flood, but it drains really quick because
Right.
it empties up into a prehistoric riverbed and empties into the New River.
Sounds like me and
Okay.
Skip.
Which
Yeah,
the
they call it the New River, but that New River's been flooding for an awful long time.
well, it's the second oldest river in the world next to the Nile River. So
Yeah, they call it the New
Right.
River, but
Yeah, because people know that.
and it flows north. It starts in North Carolina and ends up here in West Virginia.
Wishing on stars, thank you.
That's cool.
I'll be honest with you guys. I've been looking at land up here in New York. I can buy land for $3,000 to $3,500 an acre.
Mhm.
Down in Arkansas, what should be $3,000 to $3,500 an acre is now like $9,000 to $10,000 an acre, and that's
Yeah.
why I
Yeah.
stopped looking. That's why I stopped looking. The price
Well,
went up.
Yeah, my property doubled in value,
But it's like,
but I had no problem selling it because of what I did to the property. Once
Yeah.
the people showed up, they were like, "Oh, yeah, you only want this much for that? Sure, we'll take it." It was a fully
Ah.
built farm.
Well,
it's
I'm
like
totally
my aunt.
rebuilding, Mitch. I'm totally rebuilding my place, and I've got a long ways to go to get to where I want to do it as a finish job.
I love hearing about.
You know, as a contractor, you never finish the job.
I
Just
think the
get to the
signal
point where you can
keeps
say,
going.
okay, I can walk away.
Right. Well,
You
my
know?
aunt, she owns 2,500
The
acres.
fastest way of getting
Which is
to any homestead goal is a good design.
Yeah, and that's how you got to do it.
You should. Did you see the design?
Designing what you have and utilizing it and manipulating the water drainage and everything. It's all
Dude, he's got flags put up for the way the water is going to flow and everything across our property already, and did a paint can, on the showed the water flow lines on our property and where we're going to set up all of our fence for rotational grazing across the whole property. He's got it all planned out already.
Yeah.
But that's the way you want to do it. That's the way you want to do it.
And he's already built like
you go.
quarter of the fence line.
So that's the satellite picture of the property. And then we take that and we make and then we turn it. I don't know how well it's going to show up.
Grid. It's on
But
grid.
we turn it into a plan of what it is they actually want to accomplish with the property.
Right.
And we plan it ahead of time. We plan the infrastructure and the resources based on the scale of permanence. Because see, there's certain things on your farm that are more permanent than others. And if you don't design according to that scale, man, you just end up doing shit over and over again.
Right.
You'll do a really hard job 2 or 3 times in a matter of years. If you would have just sat down and went, okay, what is it that I actually want to do with this property? What do I expect it to produce? Okay, how do we go about that? Let's look at the scale and let's design it accordingly. And one of the things at the top of the list is the shape of your land. How are we going to manage the water? Because come August and September, when it hasn't rained in a month and everybody's wondering where the water is, like, well, we let all of the water that fell on our farm during the wet season, we let it all go downhill. And then we wonder where the water is come drought time, when all we had to do was actually stop all this water that fell on our property and keep it. Like, it's your water. It fell on your property. Stop letting it leave the property. It's like your number one resource. So if we can stop it, spread it out and soak it in and store it in a bunch of different places around the property, everything starts to change. And not just for you, it'll benefit your neighbors also, because you're recharging the aquifer every time you do these types of water management things. That's why the number one thing I did here after access, you can ask Brett, how happy is Brett about his new access situation. with because we made a design. Now we're like, okay, this is going to go here, this is going to go there, that's going to go over there. Even though it all doesn't have to be done today, since we know where everything's going, we're going to work accordingly. And now we have really good access. We've already started to bury our utilities, and as these steps get completed in a seasonal fashion, because it's very important to work by the seasons. Like, what work should you actually be doing in the autumn? There's so much stuff to do on a homestead or a small farm. Like, your list is not small. Well, what part of it is the most important part of the list to actually be doing during each given season? That's one of the most important things that will shave years off of a person's timeline when they're building a new homestead. It will literally shave years of trial and error just by doing these few small things ahead of time. That's why I'm so passionate about. That's why I'm so passionate about helping people with building their farm. This is the only way we're going to get healthy is by growing real food. And I want to show people how to do it. It's a hard job, but we can make it not so dang hard.
Mitch, what are you looking at as far as water storage? Are you looking at putting in the big plastic tanks, or are you looking at cesspools? What are you looking at?
All of the above.
Water storage.
All of the above. I don't think we'll be using any cesspools here. I did use a cesspool. I used a cesspool over at my farm. It was super successful. I mean, like, I had as many as 20 people living on my farm at one point, and the septic system was only designed to handle, like, I would guess it. Yeah, it was maybe designed for a full-size family, like a family of 5, maybe. And we've got super high clay soils. We've got super high clay soils. It doesn't percolate like it's supposed to for a septic, and there's no way I'm going to spend $10,000 on some gigantic drain field that's going to take up a bunch of my property and make it unusable. So I made a cesspool pit. So where the drain actually came out of the solid separation tank, I actually just dug a pit that was like 4, maybe 5 foot deep and 3 foot wide, and like, I don't know, maybe a dozen feet long, 15, maybe 20 feet long. Literally just dug a big ass open pit, and I let the natural wildlife absolutely invade the perimeter of it. You should have seen what the weeds would do, like the giant ragweed and all that stuff. Well, I left a perimeter. I left a 6 foot perimeter that everyone was forbidden to mow. Nobody was allowed to mow the space right next to the cesspool. For one thing, it was I didn't realize it was going to do this, but it made a fence around it. The vegetation was so dense that nobody could accidentally stumble, upon the cesspool and fall into shit water. But it works. It works so well. Just using the natural evaporation rate at any season. It didn't matter whether it was the middle of winter or the middle of a drought. You didn't even smell it. Like, it wasn't like you walked in the backyard and you're like, oh yeah, there's the cesspool. Whoa. Like, no, like you didn't even, I had to tell people that it was actually there. You could stand downwind of it and not even notice. Like, I've walked into porta potties that would kill you if you didn't hold your breath. And this was 20 people using the bathroom on a regular basis and using permaculture principles and just using a cesspool and using nature. I started planting like a willow tree and some cattails in it, like to just start naturally filtering the water. All these plants were like, hell yeah, look at all the nutrients here. They grew like mutants.
Yeah, and they'll purify the water.
Well, Mitch mentioned something which I'm thinking about now. I haven't thought about before, but not only look at your farm and stuff or wherever you're growing, but look at the farms around you that's up higher thing. Like my aunt's property would be, from where I'm looking at, it's like 9 farms up. She's got 2,500 acres, used to be all cow pasture and stuff like that. So I'm guessing I need to look at the way her land is laid and all the farms in between her place and my place
Hmm.
to see how things go. And it's just not, you got to look not only at the property you got, the property around you and the way things come
Everybody
into the
adjacent
property.
to you, yeah.
Yeah.
Now, if you go onto Google Earth and you pay for the Google Earth Pro subscription,
Yeah.
you can view all of the topographical information on the map. So you'll actually be able to look at any property that you want and see the exact topography on the map. And you can do a little bit, if you know what you're looking at, just look at the numbers. You'll be able to figure out the elevation changes.
Yeah.
Just start analyzing what the watershed above the property looks like. You know, is there going to be industrial runoff? You know, if there's going to be cattle runoff, how much of it? You know, like here at Brett's property. Brett's property is a really good example. We do have cattle runoff. These are just beef steers. And but with an examination of the watershed, we'll notice that there's actually only several acres of watershed that has these cattle on it. The rest of the watershed that actually comes down into here are actually hay pastures and forest.
Right.
So we got a little mixture. So it's sure, we might have a little bit of fight, but I haven't noticed anything that doesn't want to grow on this property. You know, like from like spraying hay fields and stuff like that. Well, every broadleaf plant you can imagine is growing over here on the farm. So we're obviously not getting that spray influence over here. So those are things to notice too. Like go look at the property and then go look at the part of the property closest to your adjacent neighbors, like the uphill watershed, and look at the plants on the ground. Are there broadleaf plants growing close to the fence line? Or are there no broadleaf plants growing within 100 feet of the fence line? Because that's what like the Grazon and all that stuff they spray on the hay fields. That's what it's killing. It's killing broadleaf plants, which is exactly what your vegetable plants are.
Right.
So if you just go look around the fence lines of your uphill watershed neighbors, you'll be able to see just by the signs of life how impacted you are for their chemical load on the property or on the watershed itself. Just by looking at the broadleaf plants, look for the plantains, the dandelions, the sorrel, the curly dock. If you're seeing those curly dock and stuff like that growing, especially close to the fence line, if it's growing close to the fence line, they might not spray.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like they might not spray bad stuff if you find it really close to the fence line. That's something really interesting to look at when you're looking at these different properties, or to know what your neighbors are doing.
I want to add to this. I want to add to this too. Making a home. How we doing? One thing I want to add to this is dandelion will only grow.
Morning, Joe. Hey, my sister from another mother and daddy.
Dandelion will only grow in an area where the soil is deficient.
Right.
And so long as that soil is deficient, the dandelion will actually replenish that soil.
Yeah.
Once that soil is back built up to where it's supposed to be, the dandelion will no longer grow there.
Well, see, dandelion was actually in a lot of part of the country.
They'll go away. They're a sign of low calcium and calcium and compaction.
Right.
Yeah.
That was something.
So if you got dandelion growing, that means that the land's not exactly the best, but it doesn't mean it's bad. It just means it probably needs a little work. But the thing to think about dandelion is the dandelion will actually fix the soil.
Yes.
To the point where the dandelion no longer can live in that soil.
It's a fertilizer. It was brought into a lot of part of the country as a fertilizer. Type thingamajigger.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah, the plant shows up and brings the things necessary to fix the soil it showed up on. They're pioneer plants.
Yeah.
until they can no longer grow. Now, if you
Which is part of the natural.
I don't think the signal is
And
going in and out again.
They were new. They knew answers. Let me start over. Our ancestors knew what they were doing back in the day to
introduce
in there, and we have lost that, and we're trying to learn it all over again.
well, another thing about dandelion is if you do have an
I don't hear
abundance
nothing.
of dandelion, you can make dandelion wine out of it. You can make all kinds of stuff as long as you get them when they're young before they flower. In fact, that's almost as good as eating spinach.
My grandmother used to make dandelion wine in her bathtub.
Yeah. Okay. I think I heard that from
Dandelion's
one of our.
great.
I think I heard that from one of our representatives. What was her name that did the spinach in the bathtub?
But I tell you what, Lauren, I'm so glad to see you in here. I love you, sister. Man.
Lauren, I'll be honest with you, is that not seeing one dandelion here means you have soil that is ready to grow anything you want to grow.
Yep.
If you have dandelion, that means there's probably an issue that needs to be cured. The dandelion will fix it because that's what the plants are for. They won't grow in places where the soil is perfect. And if you don't have any, that means your soil is perfect and you can do anything you want in that land. And you can go out and just grow anything you want because your soil is perfect.
Yep.
But yeah, it's a base of calcium, as Mitch said, and there's also some other nutrients in the soil that if the soil doesn't have the right amount, dandelion can still set foot. Even if the calcium is right, it'll still set foot, but it'll fix the soil, and with like 1 year, it'll replace all the nutrients. One of them is nitrogen. I know that for a fact.
Right.
Dandelion's great.
Yeah. I'll tell you how good of a
Yeah,
person.
the dynamic accumulator. See, a dandelion has a super deep taproot. They go down, they break up the soil, and they bring up all the minerals from down deep that have percolated down into the soils and brings it back to the surface. So the best thing you can do is either mow them or graze them so that you're putting that nutrient back into the soil that it brought back up from so deep under.
Yeah. Just do it before they get to the puff flower stage. Don't let them seed.
Right.
I hope you guys can.
If you let them seed, they've already lost the nutrient.
Bad connection.
I'll tell you how good of a person Lauren is. Lauren introduced, well, actually, Lauren sent David and then down from New York to here in West Virginia to pick me up.
It sounds like you're trapped inside of a robot.
Yeah, not understanding, not knowing me at all. I didn't know them, but we went to.
Hey, what?
They took me to Oklahoma.
No, we didn't send you. We took you.
Packed in the back of the car in a little corner.
With all of his luggage.
Yeah. Great times. And they are my brothers now.
All right. We got Mitch popping back in. We got to bring him back. There we go.
There you are.
Yeah.
We didn't like.
Yeah, the signal didn't drop.
Try the TP Link 5
Or is it 2.4?
or the 2.4 connection. The TP Link 5 or the 2.4 connection. There's like 3 or 4 here, Wi-Fi's. The TP Link 5 is the best.
Mitch, let me ask you a question on this. What do you think about the GoBand grow cells for using for hydroponics? They're almost like what they use for florists. They stick the flowers in, except for it's called Grow Band, and it's actually a grow medium for hydroponics. You ever play with that?
He might be froze again.
I'm gonna say he's probably like listening,
I
but
think
he ain't able to speak.
hit the TP Link 5 connection. It'll be better if he's on our 2.4. He needs to hit the other connection. There's like
All right,
3 or 4.
he's gonna come back. He's gonna come back. We're gonna just sit here and wait for a second.
The-
The last one took a half a minute. We'll see how long it takes. But yeah, Groban. I played
No,
with that as
burn him
a,
out with questions so he's not freaking talking to me all day tomorrow because he's a freaking genius and he talks all the time at me.
Well,
I love the dude.
I'm not trying to bring him out as like the expert on all this stuff because I don't know that he is. I am bringing him back. Mitch, are you with us?
I'm here.
All right, I'm going to go back to my last question. Have you ever
All
played
right.
with any? Have you ever played with any of the Grow Band products? Like they have the roll squares where you can poke a hole and put your
Yeah, the
seed
rock
in it,
wool.
and then it grows it. No, it's not Rockwell. It's Grow Band. It's Rockwell.
I don't. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm familiar with those.
Yeah, I played with them. Well, I bought a house, or I rented a house a while back, and it came with a whole bunch of them because the guy was growing pot, and I was like, all right, cool. So I played with them, but I didn't like it because the nutrients from the water would go up into it, and it would develop the roots and create the plant. Because it's a company called Grow Band, and the rats would like tie back so that they don't fall apart when they get wet. I don't know.
Huh.
I had a bunch
No,
of them. They're
No,
green.
my favorite's always been just the expanded clay pellets, because you can reuse them so many times over and over and over again. Like you make a little bit of a mess, you end up getting them all over, but use little tiny net pots with just a little tiny handful of expanded clay pellets. I would direct sow seeds right into that stuff. Just literally just drop seeds down in there and they would germinate and grow because the little pellets would get moist. It
Right,
would
what
wick.
about Coco Lawyer?
Yeah, a lot of people like using that stuff. It eventually breaks down.
I don't
But I
like
like
it. Yeah, it does break down. You lose.
Yeah,
You
I
lose
like
your,
it because
you
it's a
lose your
natural
root.
product, but unless you're growing coconuts, it's not a product that you're going to continue to be able to, it's like it's an
You're
input.
punished. Yeah,
It's
yeah, keep
something else
on.
you're going to have to buy. At least the expanded clay pellets, it was kind of like a one-time purchase. I used the same batch of expanded clay pellets for a decade. You know what I mean? It was a one-time purchase. Like you could use it indefinitely. It's a rock.
Right.
Just don't lose them and you can use it forever. And the older they get, the better they work anyway, because the more microbiology is colonized inside of them. They work just like biochar.
All right, but what about the netting material they use around them? Doesn't that break down, or is that made out of like polyester or something like that?
The net pots.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I'm sure there's an argument that all plastics are breaking down at some rate or another.
Polyester takes 150 years.
Yeah, I mean, so like some of these pots, I'm not sure exactly what plastic they make them out of, but one thing I've noticed is that like the black plastic they make those little hydroponic net pots out of, they do not degrade in the sun. Like I had so many other things made out of plastic that just disintegrated in my greenhouse because I was growing tropical fruits in Arkansas, like lots of tropical fruits, and those little net pots, none of that stuff ever degraded, cracked, or broke or anything. So they're made out of one of those stable, the stable plastics that don't break down. Because I've seen plenty of that in the cheap garden supplies.
So they're
Don't use milk jugs, people. Do not use milk jugs in your garden.
No.
Just don't do it.
No.
Don't do it.
No. If you do, cut the bottom of the milk jug off, put it over top of where you're putting your seed in. Let the plant start, and then
Yeah, but you better
and
collect them. You better collect them after that one season you got to start them, and don't let them sit out all summer. Like put them away.
They'll shred.
They're
No
gonna
crud.
shred. They're gonna disintegrate, and there's gonna be
A
plastic
little bit
everywhere.
of wind. A little
No
bit
matter
of wind.
what.
We'll take a milk carton and put it into the dust.
Yeah, boom, powder.
Well, y'all, I'm gonna have to head out of here. Mitch, I really hope I get to talk to you later on sometime.
Yeah, we'll get one of these guys here somehow. We'll get our information crossed. Yeah, Brett's shaking his head. No, he's jealous. We're still gonna finish Brett's project. Brett's gonna have the most amazing homestead this side of the Mississippi.
Troy, I will send your contact information to Brett, and Brett can share it with Mitch.
Okay, it
Sounds great.
But anyway, y'all take care. I love y'all, brothers.
Yeah, you have a blessed
I'm
night.
gonna do the same thing.
care.
It's after 10 o'clock. We've been live for 3 hours. I'm gonna call this one.
All right.
All right,
It
guys.
was a pleasure
talking with
Everybody have a
y'all.
good night.
Yep, y'all have a blessed night.
Hey, thanks for having
Mitch,
us.
you know where we're at? Brett, always know where I'm at. So stay in touch, guys.
I'm lost.
Peace.
Yeah, you're Beavis, you're Conan, you're Christopher, you're everybody but Brett.
I'm putting googly eyes on it.
He's still a butt nugget homestead.
That's okay.
All right, guys. Have a good night.
No.